Welcome, my lovely dares, to another fantabulous, special, and oh so wonderful session of Nothing Ever Goes Wrong at the Darkest of Dungeons. When last we left off, our brave adventurers did some adventuring. They made their way into the Lumberjack's Causeway portion of the woods and ventured deeper still. At the insistence of Pierre the Brute, a new companion of theirs, obviously a friend as made promised, who has been in the employ or contract of an individual known as a Winter Spirit. And this Winter Spirit is a large member of the Winterfell Court. The Winterfell Court being responsible for some measure of fuckery going on in the woods. Currently, dense copses of trees block their way and prevent them from getting further in. And as yet, there hasn't been a revealed way to progress forward, at least not in any efficient manner. You have to be physically squeezing your bodies between trunks of trees at such a rate. Indeed, the way that they are so densely packed is almost certainly unnatural. But whilst breaking and making a few deals, they also dispatched a great many deadly squirrels and deadly, shadowy, graspy frost dog assholes, who I
The
had a lot of fun
deadliest.
randomly pulling people around.
Oh, woo.
And they also met the Forest Witch.
Yeah, definitely not Morrigan.
Definitely not Morrigan.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Savin. Definitely not a Morgan. What even is a Morgan?
Not a Morgan. I mean, that's literally just Morgan from Dragon Age's art.
Oh. Okay.
Realization hits.
It's a curious thing. Alright. But regardless, when we pick up post some success, Pierre the Brute has shared some quite potent hooch with the lot of you. I believe it was a Winterbury Moonshine. Although by the time night fell, she had disappeared from Torchlight once more, with the insistence that she's sure you guys will meet again. Of course, anything for her new bestest buddy, and much backslapping of Kierwyn continued after that. But she left.
I still can't believe the promise of friendship with royalty was enough.
It was a strong play. I wasn't seeing it coming either. I was
I mean-
expecting some my firstborn shit. It's like
I
I would trade unto you 10,000 of my companion's children, and it's just a huge cum shot.
Or you could have a friend.
Yeah, I defeated a mini boss with the power of friendship. I am complete now.
Yeah, well played.
Single tear goes down her eye.
I'm honestly quite surprised it actually worked.
Me too.
It only worked for a day. But a day was all you needed in order to break her existing contract with the previous Winter Spirit by killing it.
They can get fucked.
Totally.
Hmm.
Poor Tisrena was a little bit out of her element. But Tish, all her damage was cold.
No. She was too far into her.
Yeah, too into her. You're right. Yes, that's exactly the case. But eventually, night will fall. Mayor Williams will, at least at one point or another, stop in at the Lucky Lady to congratulate you guys on not fucking up terribly. And a couple of members who, the original wagon and Kiara, will enter at points during the evening as well. And I think they've at the very least managed to, get set up close to the mines themselves. And hopefully they'll be able to get some trade going. For the most part, though, the domain is poor as fuck. Torchlight Village has no funds. Whatever it had, it scrapped together for, well, essentially paying for another carriage to at least make it in. And these workers, they'll work a month's outer wage, and they will wait for coal to be delivered so that they can actually get their wages in Lear. That still means, unfortunately, Torchlight's going to stay poor for a while, is the way that Mayor Williams puts it. Basically, the town is taking on debt in order to get these people to work. Then they're going to get double paid at the end as a result.
Such is the way of things.
Still sucks.
Well, better than just dying without anything actually going on.
It's true. Yeah. Is there anything that anyone does that night besides get crunk?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stealth my way over to the monastery and try out a thing that I had an idea with.
Shoot.
Okay, let me just
Give
go
me a
ahead.
stealth check just to, slip away from the
Yeah.
group, make sure that no one observes your disappearance. Well, yeah. Busy tavern, people are drinking, people keep coming to congratulate you all. You've managed to cultivate this aura of leave me alone, and then at some point when someone looks in your direction, you aren't there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over to the monastery and try again without the attention of Kristoff.
Sure thing. You have literally no trouble getting into the monastery without Kristoff's noticing. Open the front door and look in, and you can see on one halfway cracked pew with a empty barrel of sour, stale wine. Quite out cold.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make way over to where I saw the Dark God Mark before,
Yep.
and let's see. I vaguely recall you mentioning a sort of a glowing purple with it.
That might have been the case.
Uh, if I open up this parchment with deep speech in a purple ink color right by it, does anything happen?
Very smart. Yes. As you do so, you can see that's this sigil. Let's see. What was the other piece of parchment you had with you? Is it the ridiculous one? That's right.
It's
yeah.
the ridiculous one. You can
It's
see
the
it right there at the
ridiculous
bottom.
one. Yep. Okay, cool. That one is inactive. Alright, so as you do so, you can see that if I were to describe this as a stone pillar with this purple rune carved into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you press the parchment up to it with this deep speech phrase upon it, there it's like an invisible panel, I suppose, slides down, and looking in, you can see that there's like a tiny set of gears and a little crystal trigger that's built in, much like the the little magnetic nubbinses that you can use to magnet lock a thing. This is supposed to be the magical equivalent of that, and it lets a little like just tiny hatch slide down on gears, within which you can see an inset that looks like it suits a gem.
I just so happen to have a gem for it, don't I?
Unfortunately, the facets do not line up.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I'll give a quick look around, see if there's any sort of gem hidden around that might just do it.
Sure, the monastery has probably like a little culprit area for the brother to sleep and live in, and what would appear to be a abandoned and disused office. Well, not even office, I just guess head desk.
Okay. Hmm. Suppose I'll check the disused head desk first.
Okay. Give me a check to investigate it. What would you like to use?
Hmm. Let's see here.
Suppose thievery or dungeoneering would be most likely if you're looking for hidden recesses and alcoves.
Yeah, probably dungeoneering then.
Sure.
It's not great.
Okay. When you go looking around, you can in fact find another mechanism. It's just in a drawer in the desk. Uh, Unfortunately, I have to make an attack against you.
Okay.
This is versus your reflex.
Okay.
That's fine. You're able to move
Yeah.
away as a like a deadbolt starts to sink, and you can see it's about to depress on some kind of trigger for a crossbow. And you deftly move aside. The crossbow bolt clatters into the wall behind you. Somewhere like out into the main part of the monastery, you hear and then he sort of rolls over and starts whimpering in his sleep to whatever horrid nightmares assault him on a regular basis.
Alright, I'll just wait a minute or two, make sure that Chris over there is still deep in sleep before going back and seeing what I found here.
Yeah. Inside this alcove, you can see that someone has rolled up a large number of parchments, upon which are pictures. They look to have been drawn in charcoal, but the dust doesn't smudge. They've been signed in ink. Looks like an artist's signature in the bottom right of each of these pieces of parchment. And you can see that there are portraits enough to match each member of the Dark Pantheon as you're aware of them. Although they all go by very different names in the Southern Deserts, you're aware of the connotations back and forth.
Okay.
And each appears to be a different person, each holding in their hands a gem. There is one that has, obviously, there's a charcoal portrait, so there are no colors, but you've already figured out the color connotation. You can find one with matching facets to the rune you found.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm going to open up a little old section for lore for you. You know, I would put it in Divines and Cults, but it's already actually quite a full document. So I'm actually just going to make it Torchlight's Mystery. In all players. Okay.
Let's see. Torchlight's Mystery. Okay. I'm glad my hunch was correct about this. Wasn't quite correct in the way I thought it was going to be, but it is it's working. So I thought like that by having the parchment near this thing or something like that, it could open up a mechanism to like go down further in the church. But you know, this works too, and that might just happen if I have the gem.
Exciting.
Let's see here. This would be the Marifa sigil is purple. There you go. The purple sigil has been found and matches Marifa, dark aspect of beast lore. Its gem's location is unknown. The guardian appears to be a pretty girl, perhaps 14, with blood-dripping fingernails and ragged shoulder-length hair. I will go through the rest of them later on, just because I can't be bothered to put in every single one of those portraits right now. Others will be here for a while.
Okay.
But there are 7 Dark Pantheon members.
Could I bother you to have the one for the green gem, since I already have
Sure.
that?
The green sigil is missing. It is unknown who it matches. Gem has been found. Guardian appears to be a dull-headed man.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, not a Minotaur, but a bull-headed man. Although, to be fair, it could be a Minotaur. It depends on if it's like second-hand depiction.
All right. All right. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to get much further without these keys. So I'll make sure to keep like a known copy of all this stuff and get out before Kristoff might wake up.
Sure. Are you leaving these portraits behind?
So when you said this was like a disused desk, like there's like
the
a
office
bunch of
appears to be disused, yes.
so there's like a bunch of dust and everything everywhere.
Yeah, you can definitely see that like some rudimentarily, like just a shit job of cleaning has been done from time to time. But it's like if you would imagine one thick dust layer, there are other slightly less thick layers of dust in places.
Hmm.
It's not seen a regular cleaning, and there certainly weren't any marks on the desk.
Yeah, I'll take these with me here and
Sure.
see about Reese.
You could probably get them put up into very nice portraits, regardless of their origins. These are very, very well put together, and apparently at least mildly enchanted charcoal drawings.
Yeah, I'll keep them in my bag. Let's see. What sort of roll would it be to reset that trap so it looks like nothing has gone off?
Thievery.
Thievery. Can I do thievery even though I'm not trained in it?
Yes, although I'm going to raise the DC.
Hmm.
And there will be a chance that as you reset this crossbow bolt, you just immediately shoot yourself with it.
You know what? Second thought, let's just get the crossbow bolt and take it with me and just not do anything with it. Just not
Sure.
leave evidence that it's like that anything might have happened.
Sure. It's a very rudimentary, if old crossbow bolt, a black wood shaft.
I'll keep that with me and I'll just go ahead and exit the monastery with my gains.
Yep. Yeah. As you have found, the monastery itself may very well hide the shrine of Marifa. You haven't noticed sigils for other gods on other pillars in a rudimentary look around, so they must be hiding elsewhere in Torchlight.
Yeah. That's a search for another day.
All right. I take it you aren't going to clue in your companions on this
Oh, no.
find?
No.
Okay.
That's a good way of getting me smited by like the devout sun god paladin here.
It's just like
What
devout
about
son paladin
me, though?
adjacent. You know, at least one person's a professional assassin.
Yeah.
I'll help.
I have known these people for about a week now,
5 minutes.
That's true.
so
It takes some time.
I'm gonna keep that to myself about these dark gods here.
Sure, that seems like probably a prudent maneuver.
Considering high wisdom, it's not just immediately blabbing everything.
No, like. Tisrena would totally love Marifa. Actually, to be fair, I suppose Tisrena wouldn't like Marifa because Marifa likes to keep their laws secret. All of
The
their
monk would have liked her.
acquisitions. All of their, yeah, the monk would have liked. Yeah, the monk lord probably would have been quite liked by the monk. That's fair.
Yeah, probably.
Shame.
A shame, a shame. A darn crying shame.
Shame.
Oh, yeah. Congrats to Moutions on locating like the first proper secret here. There are presumably other papers and other sigils around in Torchlight, and now that I've given you these slices of clues, you have to be a little bit more specific when you do things like say, I look around housing, or I look around the warehouses. You have to tell me what kind of buildings. Because you've already done a cursory sweep now. Now you have to try and put clues together and see how many pieces you can snatch up.
That's a good point, but I'll have to do like some religious checks to see like what sort of buildings these people might like and where they might be hiding then.
Indeed.
Since I, the player, don't really know where these might be.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, then. So eventually, a new day dawns. People get to sleep in their nicely rebuilt rooms, their nice beds.
Well, I'd do more cleaning.
That's true. You do have to sweep up more. Your place is not exactly yet lived in.
Yeah.
And
Do I need to make a check or something? I forget.
Yep.
What should I do?
A thievery or engineering. See if you can find anything strange in your home.
All right.
I feel a bit mean because the DC for these goes up as you just sort of like clear out more homes that might have had something in them by random chance.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not trained in anything.
No.
Yeah.
You don't locate anything out of the order or an area while you're doing some cleaning. And yeah, what skill do you want to clean with?
Let's see. Can I swing endurance?
Yeah, sure. Endurance, athletic, survival, I suppose. All of that. Sorry, not survival. Nature.
I'll throw
or its
athletics at
equivalent.
it. Actually, both are the
Yeah.
same, but
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you just like whole ass like lift beds and bookcases and sweep underneath them and make a great big pile without getting knackered out. And yeah, now your place is, although you haven't had had a chance to like get a really nice big bed, at the very least you could put your bedroll out on a frame and go to sleep without being at risk of waking up ill. I think that's everyone has their room sorted now.
Yep. Well,
I think
again,
everyone's in clean living now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We're getting there. We're getting there, guys.
And yeah, Kierwyn, Wessa finds this certainly very interesting and promises she will do what she can. There are affirmative booths from her shoulder dog.
Excellent. If she needs any resources vis-a-vis money or things to be gotten from outside, I'll ask her to just let me know.
Frankly, she could use just better tools in general. If you come across any, that would be great. Like, she's got good blacksmithing tools, but she doesn't exactly have good like carpentry or engineering tools. Like, she doesn't own a screwdriver. She owns like she owns the means technically to just like making new things, but like if she wants any kind of precision tools.
Does she have any idea where some might have been in Old Torchlight? Like, was there a tinker in town ever, or some sort of woodworker?
As random chance would have it, admittedly, the docks definitely had like a workers' district where people would come in and out with belongings and ships and shipwrights. Obviously, need a lot of
yes, of
precision
course.
tooling.
Excellent. Well, I will
Yeah, I know,
definitely
right?
be keeping my eye out for that.
Yeah, go figure. A shipwright is probably where you're going to find some nice precision tooling for working with like wood, wheels, etc.
Yeah, go figure. Who would have guessed?
All right.
Boof. Of course, yeah. Shoulder Dog's tail does like the lazy I'm too old for wagon wag. It's still wagging. Shoulder Dog's still hanging in there.
Oh, good boy.
Yep. Wester will explain that he got them arthritis knees,
Oh,
so he
Poor
is a shoulder doggo.
baby. What a poor baby.
well, I
Just
will give
fine.
him
Shoulder dog.
scritches and use the
Yes.
empath powers to give him some feel goods.
Ah, of course. You managed to connect mentally with a very good boy. At least you're feeling
Power.
bright and sunny for a few hours after.
Power pit.
Yep. Power word pet. Slightly different to power word heavy pattern.
And very different from Power Word Isekai.
You mean the clock?
No, the truck.
Just chugging more coffee. Let's put more coffee.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get a can of Mountain Dew. I'll be back.
I thought that stuff always came in bottles.
I can get cans.
Yeah.
It's canned here.
Only bottled in the UK so far as I'm aware.
Actually, no, I got bottles right here. What am I saying?
Yeah, it comes in can in a lot of places.
I got
see
a
a
mini
lot-
fridge right here.
You see a lot of canned
Nice.
stuff on fairgrounds.
Alright. It's already too warm in my room, so I'm going to put on the AC and hope that Discord is behaving and will not capture it.
I take cans to work with me.
Alright, good. It doesn't appear to be like blowing green. I apologize if there's a bit of noise in the background of my microphone when I'm talking now.
That's fine. Just like a little slight hum to it. Easily workable.
Barely hear that.
Excellent. Because, yeah, it's like 26-ish degrees in my room, which is already unpleasant. Okay. Yeah. A shiny new morning rolls around. And breakfast is made. If anyone walks by the lucky lady, the smell of breakfast is rich in the air, and there's actually activity in it for once, as there are a number of miners doing things like paying for food with money, to which Mayhew seems surprised.
Wow.
Money. We
Crazy.
haven't
Wow.
had this in a long time.
Yep.
Wild.
So yeah, obviously it's not expensive fare. It's worker food, but morning beer will go a long way for a lot of people.
Ah, yeah, day drinking. The best way to cope with being in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of day drinking,
Not wrong with day drinking. Your life has become day drinking. It's fantastic.
I know I don't even have to eat this horrible food. I can just enjoy the alcohol.
You're just constantly buzzed, really. It's a good
Yeah.
feeling.
Ever so
Hard.
slightly loaded at all times.
Yeah, party Satyr in the house tonight.
And tomorrow and the day after.
And
Day after
the day
that.
I
and after that. After that.
I mean, the satyr is drunk. Nature is healing.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji. Yeah. Goodness me.
Are satyrs just like fake cosplay to justify alcoholism? Probably.
Yes.
Hey.
He's actually got real feet. He's just wearing hoof boots so that he can get shit hosed.
No one will question it if he's a satyr.
Yep. You can obviously spend some time in the morning. But yeah, eventually, your next destination awaits. A delightful location known as the Smuggler's Gallows.
Pleasant naming.
So what were they smuggling here, I wonder?
Very good
Big
at
shrugs
it.
all around.
Mm. I'd have no idea.
It's not what they were smuggling in, but it's more like what they were smuggling out. If the
Possible.
stuff we
Possibility.
found in the mine is anything to go by.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
This is a
Could be they've
domain
been
of
stealing
many
evil
wonders.
power stones.
Let's keep our
Evil
eyes out for
power
any
stones.
more of those strange skulls with gems inside them.
Iridium.
You know, just Eldritch Iridium, the best kind.
Just be on the lookout for anything, really.
The crocodile of of
Scout
Iridium.
Well, yeah, I guess they would have to. If they smuggled it out via boat, that'd be the way to do it.
Almost certainly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The boat goes out into what is known to be an exceptionally large lake system. Then they're probably on the other side of this great big lake, port towns with which that they can, get off of the chivalrics, get out of the west. But it's a big, 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 big lake, big enough that some people are like, "That right there is the ocean." Like, the water isn't really salty. And they're like, "Shut up."
It's a freshwater ocean.
Yeah, it's a freshwater ocean, and there's plenty of salt in it. It's because all them shark people keep fucking.
Shark people, those are in the lake as well. Good to know.
Yeah, them swagins. They eat people.
So we would technically not be cannibalism if we did it the other way around.
I don't know.
Frankly, I
We
don't
might
want to
find
find
out in the
out.
future.
I've heard shark soup is actually quite delicious.
It certainly will be better than eating rats.
Sahaugen stew?
Wait, you're not talking about eating Sahaugen. A
I
barbaric.
said shark.
Hey, if something can eat you, you can probably eat it. An eye for an eye, as they say.
You see
Most
some
Sahaugen are
zombies that
perfectly reasonable people. There's a whole village not far from where my home was. We traded for them for metal goods for fresh fish.
Right, was it
Yep.
freshwater or the saltwater? Because I've heard saltwater ones are more chompy than freshwater.
Freshwater, but the docks lead out into a lake, not the ocean immediately. It should be fresh water out there.
So we can help.
You
No,
know,
so you're wrong. It was the inland sharks that were the spooky crazy ones. The nice ones you ever met were in the salt water.
Whoops.
Ah.
Oh, we're fucked then.
another little detail you might want to get down is that just because people in that part of the world are nice, it doesn't mean that they're going to be nice in all parts of the world.
People are nice
Like-
everywhere in the world, Menëlaos. It's not about where you're from, it's about what you've done with your life. Though,
Yeah,
in
those
this
goblins we met the other day were very nice.
well, no,
only killed
goblins
one
are
of
never
us.
nice anywhere. They're just panty thieves at the best of times. What's a Haugen, though?
I'll just have to see if we find any.
Mm.
Then you can defeat them with the power of magic and friendship, just like you did the other one.
Yeah.
That is always my intention. So, shall we head out, comrades?
Oh, yes,
These goblins
indeed.
will be angry at you.
Would not want to dust your hopes and expectations prematurely.
Believe me, you're all categorically incapable of doing just that.
I hope I remain.
Don't forget to heal up and restore your surges. I can see that a bunch of your tokens are still injured. Get your shit together.
I should be fine. I should be.
You're
up for it.
fine.
Yeah.
Orc is missing surges. Menëlaos is missing both. Samson's missing both.
So I can see Haru's surge bar, but nobody else's.
Ew, weird.
That's fine. Just keep
Oh.
track of your surges and tell people if you're low.
It doesn't hurt
I-
to show them. I think
Especially for
surges
the
are a good
healer.
indicator of like how fucking tired one of your friends are. Like if they have low surges, you can be like, "Well, they look gassed." And I think that is everyone's visible to everyone.
Yep.
So, all right, Smuggler's Gallows. It is a little bit of a highland trek, I suppose, to the docks. Like probably half an hour walk across fields that they're a little bit muddy and packed, but obviously nowhere near so sludgy and rancid as the moors themselves.
Hmm.
Who would like to give unto me a nature check?
Nature.
Sure.
All
We're
I
good at
love
nature.
nature.
I've got a +9 on it.
I love
Oh.
nature checks.
You're better than me. You're very
am
I
I.
good at this.
assisted.
Nature. All right, excellent. Also, while I see that something is incorrect about these. Oh my god, they've changed page settings again. It's now dropped down. I need to get into the legacy.
Oof.
Oh no, I lost my lighting. Give me a
That's
brief
bad.
moment while I'm in hell.
Panic. Panic.
Quick, someone play for time.
So, tell me
What's
more
that
about
over there?
those sharks that don't murder people horribly. I want to hear more about that.
Yes, so dime. They're not exactly common in the desert. You know, lack of water and all that.
Oh, well, they had
I
a
think that
little village under the largely frozen lake, not far from my husband's domain. My mother and her friends made an alliance of sorts with their high shaman, Seastone, when I was just a little puppy. After that, we'd been the best of neighbors. Why, every few weeks they would bring up bucket loads of fish to trade for our town blacksmith's metal goods or for little bits of crafts from our villagers. Weapons especially, since they have no forges down below. Anything they wielded was often made up of bone or glass.
I hope you don't take us insensitive, but you just mentioned the husband,
Yes, I
and
had a husband and several children by him.
so no longer in the picture then.
Oh, sadly, he's passed on now.
Hmm. My
Alas, even
condolences.
werebores succumb to the rigors of age eventually.
Sorry to hear that. Still very much surprised that a person like you would find their way up to this sad little corner of the world.
Well, I heard there was a darkness spreading, and, well, as a knightess of Hagen, it is my duty to spread his light wherever darkness encroaches. Now that my children are fully grown and are ready to take up the Yalden, there's no reason for me to stay at home, babysitting them forever, or else they'll never grow up.
Suppose so.
Damn.
Yeah, as your conversation continues, you can see that the highland gives way to coarse sand and to more packed dirt. Uh, you can see there might well have once been like a proper decent road or a footpath here, but at some point the road broke, and it was probably seen as easier to rip out stones and replace them with dirt than to try and rebuild a stone road yet again. As evidenced by like probably chunks of cobble and masonry that scatter the sides of the road like strange point markers for distance. But up ahead are buildings and what appears to be the very least, a miniature port or like a minor dock. There are probably other structures further on down the lake's shore, but around here is the closest dock. Outside which there is a sign, a wooden sign that appears to have been weathered greatly over the course of probably like 5 to 10 years, perhaps, that reads "Keep Out." It's been written on it in black paint.
This sign can't stop me if I can't read. Kick.
I mean, this ain't what it wants. I'm still going in. It's not the first rule broken in my life. Won't be the last.
All right, you assert your dominance over the sign and continue. Da, da. Ba, ba, ba.
Quaint.
How nice.
You can see that there is a large wooden dock line that looks like it's meant to follow the outskirts of the water, although the shore has like lifted in time. There are buildings at the edge of the dock that look like they might once have been on stilts of some kind, and they have sunk into the water's surface themselves, becoming completely waterlogged. Similarly, there are a couple of single-story structures here, and one that appears to be some manner of duplex. A little staircase leading up into a second room, probably for 2 families. Of course, centermost in this is a quite abandoned-looking gallows, or not quite so abandoned, considering that bodies appear to be hanging from 2 spots here in the easternmost gallows and the westernmost gallows. You can't see. Why the heck?
Hmm.
Dynamic lighting is set. It's set to global
I can
illumination.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
I can see.
I can see everything except what's assumedly inside.
Am I stuck in like a wall or something?
You shouldn't be. You're
No.
right next to me. Like,
Sitting
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
looks
can
like
see
you're-
what's fucking happened to you. For some reason, you've got new dynamic lighting on instead of legacy. Why? Why have
Oh,
they done that shit?
weird.
Why have
I
they done
don't-
this? Legacy lighting on. Yes, legacy. Fuck off. Jesus
They just-
Christ.
they
Everything
gotta
they
really
do.
make sure.
It's just so painful.
There, you should probably be able to see now.
I'll do another quick reload.
Yep. So for some reason it made your bars thick.
Nope. There we go. Now I can see.
It's still you still had for some reason the dynamic lighting setting
Oh,
of low
God.
light just glued to you.
Your bars are so huge now.
You got thick bars for some reason. They also
Well,
became standard but without numbers in them. All right, fixed them.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was that nature check for, Skow?
That was just to get here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that was just the not getting lost. It's very important. I need to like go through some shit and make sure that all this dynamic bullshit's turned off of thing stuff. I don't know why on earth it thinks ticking on this dynamic bullshit is a good idea. I want it to fuck off for good, and it just won't.
Because they want to use their new bug-ridden thing, Skow.
But here's the thing: is I don't know why it's only done that on Ben's one, especially since Tahru is a newer token.
No idea.
That's the part that I don't understand.
Could not tell you.
Yeah, it was wrong everywhere. I had to go back through and change the lighting settings on all of them. Yes.
So,
You get the run of the place. There are 3 bodies hanging from the gallows.
So I noticed these buildings have a bunch of water in them. Are they like sinking into the water there?
Yeah,
Or what's up?
it looks like
they're
they have flooded. They would have been on stilts,
Yeah.
like all the way at the back of these buildings. Those stilts have given away and cracked, and that means the buildings have then sunk into the water up to a level.
Okay.
Like a wooden pier, but with a building on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So what kind of role for me to examine the area and make sure there aren't any like booby traps around here, given the
Perception or dungeoneering.
Perception, you
Yeah.
say.
Perception.
Roll the fuck out of them twos.
Actually, don't have.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting that I get a 14 on a 2.
All right. Team rolling 18s. That is to say, Tisrena and Kierwyn. You notice these blood splatters and pools here appear to be of different ages. There's evidence that there must have been a fight here in the middle of this grounds. There are a number of footprints and churned up earth. There might once have been traps, looks like rudimentary wooden spike traps, but they have all been used. They've gone off at some point, cracked, and been discarded.
Well, I believe something must be living in these houses. Let's.
Firebomb the shit out of them?
I was going to say look in the windows before we go into the courtyard, but
Sure.
that too, maybe.
All right.
No
Kierwyn,
fun.
as you approach the window, one moment while I do something that I am passably proud of. You can look inside.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Holy crap. Whoa.
She's amazing!
She's amazing. She's done it.
She did a roof. It's on. You can see that this appears to be an abandoned room. There might have been furniture in here. You can see that there are drag marks leading to the doorway. They have been taken away. The contents of this room, completely empty.
I'm gonna sneak over by this house
And
and
stop.
check in the windows.
As you move up to that one, you do detect some motion from inside of this house. But more importantly, the entire party hears a gurgling and a groaning noise from these gallows.
They're getting up.
Let's do a little old grabberoonie. As
Yeah.
these figures jerk their bodies, they drop free from the gallows, and you can actually see now that a number of them have it looks like wooden spikes from spike traps, like jutting out of their shins and legs where they must have stamped in them. And then
Oh.
climbed back into their spots.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, that DC was a 20.
That's okay. I guess roll initiative now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, well, at least that's a defender over there by the assassin.
Yeah.
Zombies, you
That's
say?
fine.
Defender-ish.
That seems like my thing.
Yeah, it does seem like your
Where's
thing.
my drown sheets? Here they are. Okay.
I'm glad that this thing doesn't let you even roll initiative if you haven't clicked on your token. That's a
Does it
step
tell
up
you
from the
off?
It does
5e
not?
sheets. Yeah,
Oh, that's
it
cool.
tells
That's
me
good.
like, hey, you don't
You're
have a
about to
token
really piss your
selected.
DM off. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Wow, that's actually pretty
it
neat.
says you've attempted to use a roll command looking for a selected token, but no tokens are selected.
Handy.
Aces.
Yeah, I've come up with that a couple times.
I've done that a bunch in 5e.
Yeah, that should just be like a thing on the 5e sheet. Why isn't that a thing on the 5e sheet?
I know, right?
I wonder if it's a setting somewhere in the background.
I mean, like, that should just be an easy thing, like, slap in an at selected character token or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, goodness me.
You're about to piss your DM off.
It's true. Technically, 5e can be done theater of the mind. 4e, however, literally is a token-centric game.
I mean, okay. That's fair. I suppose.
Hell, 4e doesn't just necessitate tokens. It necessitates tokens and effect tag stickers like you're playing an actual board game.
It also
And
requires an actual battle map and everything for
Yep.
squares.
Yep. Thank goodness they do use squares for all of their stuff. Obviously, we don't mind we have like distances on all of our squares, but like imagine if you had to do real distances on what could otherwise be an improv drawn battle map. Like goodness knows in 4e we had at one point just a whiteboard and a black pen was how DM would put together a dungeon real quickly. And if we had to have distances on that would have been a real pain in the ass when you could draw squares. Check some other stuff that's definitely not in the GM layer. Don't worry about it.
Definitely not in the GMware. Don't worry about it. You're definitely not just gonna like put something coming up from behind us. That's crazy.
Wet erase map? Yeah, totes. Need some shit garbage rolls. Trust me, you guys don't have much to worry about. How fast are these losers? -1. Awesome.
Gross. Savin. Cardboard.
I know, right?
Dude, I love my cardboard map packs. I miss those.
You
Never
flip
even
them
seen
over,
one
and some of
in
them
my
had like traps on and everything.
Yes,
yeah.
they're exactly those ones.
Yeah.
You've activated my trap card.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
flips over identical tile to all the other tiles. It was a fucking trap. So
That
good.
actually sounds really cool.
It's
And they
great.
were.
They're fantastic.
And during the 4E actual print run, every adventure they printed would have a little folio it came with actual like big fold out paper maps with like 50 squares on a side. They were fantastic.
Mm-hmm. They were good. They were real cool.
It's like those posters you got in magazines.
Yeah. Oh, like quite literally, Dragon Magazine had cutout sections of maps,
Nice.
or they would in the centerfold portion of it, so that you could take it out of the magazine whole by like lifting the pins. You could pull a full map out because Dragon Magazine often had encounters and like mini adventures in them.
Nice.
Indeed, I feel like I might have linked you guys this before, but if not, someone did a full collection of. There's a full collection of every Dragon magazine, and you can see some of the cool shit. Or sorry, Dungeon magazine, which I think is it went from Dungeon magazine, Dungeon, and then at one point Dragon.
No, Dragon Magazine came first, and that's all player oriented, and then Dungeon Magazine was for the DMs. It came a little bit later. They ran
Well,
concurrently though.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you linked that in the rule book section.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. This is an archive of all of, like I recommend looking in some of them because there are some fucking fantastic folios, and I love that they always got custom art in for all of them. One of my favorites, Dungeon Magazine 74 with great balls of fire. It's just a dragon ass blasting a griffin. For everyone's perusal and enjoyment. That is also true. I use a repository that gives me links to which dungeon magazine has what stat blocks in it. In fact, I think of the encounters you've got today, all of them, oh no, two of them are in Dungeon Magazine. The other one is in an entire 4E book, just entirely about the undead, which is really cool. Which one was it? The Open Grave, which is a fantastic name for a book full of dead stuff.
Yep.
That's
He's
great.
just hiding in stealth.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot to love about 4E.
4E's just sorted out its stuff great. I'll give it that.
Yep.
Why
All
keep
right,
more
so-
stuff sorted that stuff out that good?
Yeah. All right. This first ruffian. What's your movement? Heckin' fast. You know that herky-jerky, like, phantasmagoria walk where they move forward and their body doesn't seem to move at the right pace as the rest of them? This motherfucker starts
Okay.
lag walking at you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's flicking his
It's
lag
disturbing.
switch.
They're like, the light switches are being flicked. This motherfucker is coming at you. And let's see here. I think this is only its melee attack. Yeah, it's just its melee attack.
All
All right,
Arg.
it will reach into its pockets, and you can see that it's got like empty sheaths and empty scabbards. Regardless, when it reaches into it, it pulls out a dagger and is going to yeet it at the assassin. 26 to hit. I'm rolling good
Yes.
at the start here. Let's see if that holds up. Take 6 damage. As a ethereal dagger stabs you and then disappears when you move to like pull it out of your arm. Menëlaos,
Ouch.
once more in the ever-living ways of the cleric, the dead walk, and you are there to smite it.
I can move up to here and prepare an action to smack the first enemy that walks within 5 feet of me.
Nice.
Next turn.
Good news. This guy is going to move within 5 feet of you as he charges at you. Or more correctly, moves at you because he's going to use an ability. Your attack goes off first.
Oh no.
Afraid that's a miss.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta do average. Is there an effect on the miss?
Nope. Hit me.
Alright. It's gonna use its encounter. And mace you a question for 19. As it
Well,
reaches into its like belt sheath, you can see there is no weapon there, but for some reason it appears to be holding one as it like lag twitchy hand grabs it and then swats at you, nailing you in the temple. You take 8 damage and are dazed until the end of this Hung Ruffian's next turn.
Oof.
Tisrena, yoga.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 5-foot step backwards this way to get out line of sight of Sasha. And I'm going to tap my staff and I'm going to cast something I tried working on last night when I was very inebriated. So let's see if this works. I'm going to point my staff at the Zomboni and try and get it to remember the time when it got strung up at these gallows.
That's pretty fucked. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Taking the one down to the south of me and take 6.
All right. Yeah. And what type of damage is it? Psychic. Awesome.
Psychic.
That's good. Yeah. It clutches its head and lets out a weary groan. It's not a very nice sound considering it's got a crushed throat. It's pretty chunky and meaty.
All right. What to do? I think I'm going to do the safe thing and go full defense here, or go up behind Kierwyn and do full defense for now, just because I don't know what's in that other house.
Oh.
Can I see anything happening through the windows on this house from here?
Give me
Or is
a
it too far
perception
away?
test.
Alright.
No, the shutters are only open a crack. You just know that there's a figure moving around in there.
A figure. I will tell Kierwyn there's something else in the house with the blood smear by it.
Oh boy.
Horror.
I guess I'll scoot up to it. And actually, even better, I won't scoot up to it. I'll stalk and strike. I'll scoot up to it.
So, god damn it. I thought I had another thing printed out and I don't. Now I have to go searching for it. Which Dragon magazine were you in?
I don't think that hits.
11. No, 11 is not going to do shite.
But I'm at least up next to it.
This is true. This guy is going to herky jerky walk at you, and is going to yeet a freaky dagger at you.
At me?
Yep.
Okay.
15 versus
No.
AC. It's not going to do shit. Sasha.
All right, let us start off with an encounter power of a flickering arrow against this one.
Don't miss this time.
Hey,
Honorable shot.
don't worry
Hey,
about it.
It's not me.
Let's use
What
our
does it
elven
say?
ability and re-roll that.
That's
Much better.
better.
7 damage.
Very poor damage, but you know, it's okay.
Such is life.
Such is life.
It is struck by the flickering arrow and lit up.
Hmm.
It gets a -2 on its attack rolls.
Yep. And has an aura of 4 squares that do the same to everything else until the end of my next turn.
Okie dokie.
And -4 to attack Menëlaos.
Kierwyn, it's your guy.
Great. Well, looks like Tahru has those two well in hand, so I'm gonna just come on down here and punt this guy with a pick.
Sure.
So, 23. And he
That's
looks
certainly a hit.
like he's probably an undead, and undead really don't like radiant. So, oh,
I mean, even doing 1 radiant is good if they have like a vulnerability 5,
is.
which
Yeah. Vulnerability's not like in 5e. It's like extra damage.
Yep, and it does indeed take extra damage.
Wow.
And it grants CA, yes?
Yep.
The end of your next turn. Okay. And at the end of your turn, Kierwyn, let's see here if this works correctly. A figure is going to come bursting out, and I have definitely lost their stat block. All right, give me a moment. Shouldn't take long. I remember where I left it. Oh, the archive even stays bookmarked the last time I read here. Great. Double excellent. I don't have to remember anything. Technology remembers for me.
Huzzah.
Huzzah! Okay, pop you in there. Copy image. Pop you in my sheets collection. Okay. You hear a thunderous cry, or more correctly, a burly shout. Wayland's teeth! Are you just gonna walk right into an ambush?
Yes.
Ambush? We came looking for this fight.
As a large, muscular shark lad
Ooh.
bursts through the wall
Ah.
with a
Oh.
great axe in hand.
To be fair, this isn't much of an ambush. There hasn't been a single crossbow on the roofs.
Sure.
Sharks coming, Mel.
Yeah, it does. This one here would appear to have some kind of like fucking large token Jason Momoa ass body.
Nice.
It's a pretty lousy ambush.
You haven't got to the worst part. And yeah, they will do an attack on this one. And hit. For I would have been real sad if their opening attack had been a miss.
Or a nat 1 and just smashed Carrie. She's like, "Oh, you're part of the ambush. I see." Wow.
Ah!
And crunches into its side with a great axe. Let's see here. Can you mark? Oh, yeah, and they are in fact marked. Awesome.
Big short.
Woo! Not super helpful because he's already in the defender aura, but
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It's the wrong one. There you go. And then yeah, it's the Hung Ruffians go, and Menëlaos, Tahru, from where you are, there is definitely motion coming from these sunken warehouses.
Oh, the more the merrier. It's my turn to smack someone. Oh. Yes.
Ah.
I'm like,
Brilliant.
Fellows.
he's giving me the crazy eyes.
Yep,
Well, I'm gonna give her the crazy eyes.
I know, right?
oh, there's somebody down there.
Ooh.
Yes.
I like
Grindhouse.
Yeah, this dude's name is Grindhouse.
That's
Fuck yeah.
metal.
That's a
I like
great
Pure
name.
fucking metal.
I
This
like the
guy's
sound
going
of
to
it.
try and do an encounter power on. I guess it got most freshly marked by Grindhouse. I guess is going to try and daze him, and misses. And I believe they don't get their encounter back if they miss. They do not. Menëlaos.
Oh,
Hey, you.
I can't really do much because I'm dazed. I'm just gonna.
Just smack
Yes,
Tahru in
my-
the ass, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Tahru, I'm afraid you take 4 damage as you're slapped in the ass. Obviously, he's just trying to psych you up.
Obviously. Oh my god.
Cute.
A 1 on damage and a 1 on the attack.
Yeah, it was a real pathetic swing.
Oof.
And then, yeah, this Hung Ruffian already used this encounter, so it's going to do a normal ass mace swing. Wait, no, this one did a throw, didn't it? It's still... No, it did daze Menëlaos. Alright, normal ass mace swing. On... Oh, 17?
On AC?
Mhm.
No.
Nope. Look at that, having real AC.
21.
Tisrena. Yeah.
Okay.
AC back.
So we can see these fuckers coming from the sea, the river.
From where you are, you probably don't have a good angle on like literally any of them. It's only Menëlaos and Tahru who have a good angle right now.
Okay. Well, we'll try and clear up these lot before these fuckers get too close into melee. So I'm gonna rinse and repeat and try and get the one that seems to be next to my buddy or pals.
Is it the same target as last time?
Same targets last time.
Yeah. You slap his will. Can you believe it? These guys don't have a good will defense. Such garbage.
Wow.
So cheating.
I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not
Shocked. Oh, okay, not this shocked. Alrighty then.
It's the second time I got to use that today.
Oh, this speed is garbage out of the water.
Again, I'm shocked. Well, not that.
This one at least charges shark.
Sure.
Misses.
Yeah.
Charge. This one charges Tahru.
Makes sense.
Misses. Oh god. Please. This one can't reach. Sasha.
Can't huck something this one, huh?
Ah,
You have seen this muscular, handsome shark lad burst open a wall and cleave into this dude with a great axe.
boy, I'm glad it wasn't that kind of ambush. I will use a minor action to apply my poison to my knife. Whichever the other poison that I took was. The same one I used last time.
Yeah.
I thought I had it written down. I know I have it written down somewhere, but either way, it's the one that does bonus damage. I'll apply that as a minor action, and I will come forward and stabbo this guy here.
Rock on.
Whatcha?
All right, that is a hit.
And
And
there's a hit. Wow.
yeah, do you have the extra damage still?
Yes.
All right,
8 damage.
you
Oh.
defeat a hung ruffian.
Woo!
It suddenly just drops like a puppet with its strings cut in front of you, nearly dragging your weapon from your hand.
Eesh.
There's a thump and a crumple. What do? Any movement? Oh no, you did move.
I
Any
did
bonuses
move.
even?
That, and I did minor. I think
Okay.
that's all I got.
All right, Tahru.
Right.
It's all you.
The tried and true. Well, it's not. I can't say true. It keeps missing.
It's
Jar
tried.
smash.
Try to
It's
kill
very
the minion.
tried.
If you
The
kill
minion?
the
Okay.
and slide that guy to the left and hit them both with turn undead with some luck.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit the one on the left then.
All right.
15 do it?
15 versus the drowned ones. Is a hit.
Cool.
Yes.
You dispatch it. Crumbles
Thank
to
you.
the ground.
Do a lot of damage when I roll high. Look at that.
Yeah, you do. You're wielding a two-handed weapon.
True.
All right,
Chig one.
hung ruffian. Let's join in here and try and sandbag this assassin. Slash hit the. Well, no, sandbag the assassin. Probably hit the tank. Seems like the smarter choice. Hey, Tomk.
Yep.
Fuck! Why 13? That's my third 13.
It's
This
in
is
a
some
row.
horse
Wow.
shit.
Ah.
3 8s in a row.
All right, this one charges you. Sorry. Sorry.
All right.
Oh,
try
I
to
was
hit.
It's more
prepared.
than the old 13. All right, you hit. You take 4 damage. And can you please make unto me a endurance check?
Sure.
Oh no, they're full of disease.
All right, you're
Yeah.
fine. Like where it bites you, it kind of burns, but you know, you're stronger than whatever this thing's got in its gummies. And then the drowned witches, who are fantastically cool stat blocks. So let's try and use some real fun shit. The movement first. What have you got a range? 3. Ooh, can't use the really fun ones yet. All right. She is in fact going to just double move for now. That's stupid. She's way smarter than double moving there. All right.
Oh, what a shame.
As she approaches, you can see water bubbling up from her mouth.
Hmm.
Come a little closer for turn undead.
Yep.
Come on.
No.
Come over there.
Yeah, you will. Come on over. All right. This
Oh.
one makes it into charging range. And I think that's going to hit. I would be surprised if it didn't. Well, not super surprised. Okay, yeah, that's okay. And a check. Push endurance. So it's good. Uh-oh. Oh no. Grindhouse has got an injury and an illness.
Uh-oh.
No, Grindhouse.
We must protect.
Sasha, your guy. Ah, get off me, you
Okay.
little bastards.
So, Snippy, do you want this minion gone or this minion gone? Because if you get closer, can you do turn undead or whatever?
If you take the one out of ahead of me, I can probably slip by, slide the witch a little bit closer to the main group, and then blast them all with turn undead. Probably.
Okay. Well, I'll just try and get rid of that minion there since he's kind of full of disease and everything like that.
I'll
With-
take the op to do the sliding maneuver.
Nope, there's no opportunity attack.
Okay. Let's see here. So it is a biting swarm.
Alright, swarm on.
Uh, let's go ahead
Huh.
and use the other secret power for an escapable shot,
Yeah,
and I guess try and get rid of the other minion.
sure. I feel bad that every, like, your opening 2 attacks always seem to use your opening 2 reroll abilities. Oh, I mean, it kills it.
At least they're working.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess I'm gonna move over here, so I'm out of the sight and everything. Out of sight, out of mind.
Those rerolls put in work for you.
They really do.
I have to use them so often though. I'm lucky, like they're encounter abilities. Could you imagine if they were dailies? It'd be so
Oof.
sad.
Let's see here. God, I can't get over how cool these Drowned Witches stab blocks are. I really wish I had a good ranged on them, but they'll make do with the rest of their shit, I suppose.
Oh, she's got a grenade.
Granada.
How's esta granada? No, she'll stop here.
How dare these minions form a perfect wall?
Yeah, Kierwyn! These sandbags are bagging some serious sand.
All right. Well, I refuse to be completely sandbagged like this, so I'm confident that my assassin can take on one Zomboni all by herself. I'm going to hurl myself into the fray here. So this guy gets to make an oppie, and I think this guy does too. Actually,
Yep.
yeah, that's how that's going to work.
Yes, that is exactly how that works. Alright, so the Kung Ruffian swings. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 damage as you are clocked around the head by a mace.
Ouchies.
And 11 to bite you. I think that's a miss. You're okay.
That
Continue on.
is a miss. All right. So having done that, I'm going to do Ardent Surge myself. Boop to give myself, what is that? 12 hit points. So back to full, and I get a +1 to hit.
Sure.
That's nice. And let's go ahead and try and take out one of these minions. Bonk.
I'm surprised you didn't do that like AoE one just to wipe them all out.
I mean, I could
Too late
spend.
now, isn't it? Oh no, you can augment post swing, can't you?
I don't think I can, but also
No.
I want to save my power points, so no. I'll just
Which target was that? Sorry.
let's go with this, the one that hit fucking Grindhouse.
Sure.
That guy needs to
Alright.
die.
The one that hit Grindhouse was this asshole.
Yeah,
Chuck.
Pong.
Okay. And the last of the Zombonis has a charge, and they can charge you. Excellent.
Outstanding.
No balls. All right, Grindhouse's turn. Huh. Why would I? Oh no, that is the one that marks, and that's the other one. Okay. Okay. Grindhouse is going to activate a power called the Sacred Circle. It is a daily. I was staggered when I saw that this fucking character has a daily.
Whoa.
But they have one. They don't have as many encounters. I think that's the trade-off for this elite. But yeah, Sacred Circle. Close burst 3. The burst creates a zone that until the end of the encounter gives Grindhouse and allies within it a +1 power bonus to AC.
Nice.
So how does that work when the creature's large? Does it just go out from the...
Yeah,
Yep. From all their
a
squares.
large creature benefits from a big aura.
So,
Wow.
what was the
You're
aura
a
again?
big guy. That must mean you have a big aura.
Nice. You know, 4E being what it is, this is actually a great time to use the square aura.
You are correct, actually. Ba, ba, ba-na-na,
Yeah, look at that
ba-na-na-na.
shit.
Man, that's
Square
huge.
aura.
power.
Yeah. Yeah, Grindhouse has a great fucking aura. It is +1 power bonus to AC. And let's see here, is that is a standard. As a minor, they will oh no, they don't want to do that. That would be a terrible, terrible waste. They'll end it there. Menëlaos.
Well,
Don't know, so move there with shift here.
Hell yeah. Hang for me, buddy.
Yep.
you know, this is really risky, real stupid, but you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Because if I move here and I activate it, I can hit all of them. So give me those 2 oppies.
I can't help but notice that you've given yourself an aura 0 square on you.
Yes, I have.
You have to do an empty
How about
box if square is turned
Exploding
on.
light.
What do you mean?
Which
What
if
is
they're
it?
making an oppie.
Means that everyone you have an aura of +1, like
Okay.
like everyone who's in that
Everyone
yellow
in
aura
the
has
aura
+1
has
AC.
+1?
Who's a
Okay.
friend?
Holy shit, I
Okay.
miss everyone with a witch.
I just didn't hear if it did anything like else
Nope,
specific.
just the AC. Let's
Also,
see here.
did either of them make an opportunity attack?
Oh,
One of them
both of them make opportunity attacks.
Nope.
Hit me.
This guy can't.
Oh, that guy can't. You're right. He got
Yeah.
ass
Brain
blasted
blast.
by brain juices. So only the other one.
Oh, I'm ready.
16.
That doesn't hit because level up gave me 1 additional AC.
And it
Woo.
gets dropped by Vengeful Guardian.
Oh, this is going so fucking well. They all get
Thank you.
blasted. Oh, thank you.
Let's see here. What's the will of a drowned one? Oh my god, it's only 10.
They
Alright.
all get fucking destroyed.
I mean, it would have been destroyed anyway. What's the will on a hung ruffian? Fuck, it is low enough. Alright, so yeah, all of them get hit.
Guys,
This
let's push her out of the map.
no, this creature is instead going to use something called mythal recovery as opposed to mythical or whatever the fuck. Mythal recovery. And instantly make a saving throw attempt to just ignore whatever the fuck that is. They still take the damage, though, I believe, and it is radiant, which means it sucks for them.
So it's
So
like
that's
legendary resistance.
basically.
But said weird.
I do still have to actually make the roll, though. I save.
Yeah, you
And then swoosh. They are not pushed. They are not immobilized. They are not feared. But that is their mythal.
But I still killed one.
And that
No, the other
is
one's
an
gonna have
encounter.
a bad time.
Yeah, this one has no such power. Takes it is on it is on 1 HP. And how far is it getting pushed? 5?
Whee!
It's immobilized.
Almost into my defender aura.
Nearly.
Come here, bitch.
Out of mine, though.
Yep. I feel like I should also
Oh, we'll
give
catch
you
up.
yours in a fight. What color do you want your defender aura to be, Pats?
Let's go with blue.
Nope, that's with circle because I'm a dinkus. There you go.
Awesome.
At which point, colorblind players will go, ah.
It's okay, we can't see it anyway.
All right. So good to turn by Menëlaos. This hung ruffian can only throw a dagger. And is probably going to yeet one at Menëlaos. That was a real dick move that you pulled, right? Add Mortem Invictus, add Yeetum and Stabbo. I'm another 13 is instead what I could get and what I got.
Well, he tried. Wizard duo. Come on.
Okay.
Alright. Tisrena.
We've got people nice and clumped up. Exactly what I want. So I'm going to use Icy Terrain to hit all of these three. So I'll start with this one. Go clockwise.
Clockwise? Sure thing. Clockwise starting with the bottom zombie. Let's see what you got. Yep, that's a dead. And that's a miss. Think. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Wait,
that
no,
kills
it's
two
not.
minions.
That actually, yeah, with a 9, that's still enough. Oh my
Yay.
god. And the 16. Yeah, it's enough. Wow. Look at you fucking go. Really making up for the winter fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when there's
Ow.
not, when they're not resistant to cold damage, Ben's doing well.
Yeah.
I'll just have the Psychic Fiends to deal with next time.
The psychic ice fiends.
Yay! That would be such a tremendous bullshit.
And I'm not keeping the area of effect down, so it's just normal again.
Yeah. All right. Savin.
Yo.
Miss.
No.
Sasha.
Woo! Okay, now I got a big boy next to me, so
You do.
we will
Like the Stabbo.
stab this small dead boy.
Rafika's nice on minions.
Wakapacha.
That's good damage.
And I will shift back here.
All right. Smeart, shift.
So he takes 12, and then he takes the poison if they are poisonable.
They are not poisonable now.
Yeah, I didn't think they would be.
But you do pardon this guy, don't you?
Yes.
Wham! Eats dirt.
I don't have my poisons can poison dead people feet yet.
That's a feat.
Yet.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but hot
Yep.
damn. Tahru! This witch making eyes at you.
Killer.
All right, let's see that.
All right. Jarring smash. Actually, even better. Batter down.
Okay. Give me the real shit. That is the real shit.
Yeah. And is prone.
Oh, bro. Oh, the inhumanity.
It's a prone-rich environment for our seeker.
This prone one stands up and is going to try and mace Grindhouse. And hit. Oh! And this drowned witch at last is going to do some fun shit. Let's see here.
It turns
Try
out
me.
she has a line attack.
Oh no.
No, luckily, those don't exist in 4E.
Oh.
Nope.
You scared me.
Instead, she is going to stamp on the ground. A longsword appears in her hands, and you are earth shocked, Tahru. 1d20 plus 7. It's against your fortitude to prone you.
That meets.
All right, you are proned. And then...
Did she stand up? Not that it super matters, but you know.
It doesn't matter at this point. That was just a thing versus 4 on the ground.
We're both on the ground.
Yeah, she is. Let's see here, though. If you teleport, could you teleport to being upright, or is she just still on the ground if she's teleported?
She would still be prone, yeah. I don't think that changes your stance.
Damn it, that would be really good to be teleported upright. Alright, instead she stands, and stands over the prone Tahru.
And gives you the people's elbow.
People's elbow!
Did I take damage
Dun,
from the
dun.
earth?
No, you would just, it was just a minor action to drop you to the
Oh.
ground so that she had a better time stabbing you. With the sword snare.
Oh.
This is not what I expected a witch to do. Gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
It is a motherfucking sword witch. 12 damage, and you're immobilized.
Wait, the crit fail?
12.
Do
I don't think that hits any of us.
Hey, yeah, I think
Oh,
you
it
got
was a
ahead of
crit fail.
yourself.
Shit. Oh.
Does she fall over too?
Reals.
Back
Oh,
onto the
back
dirt. She
I
tries to
just
give you the
tripped.
people's elbow.
Yeah, alright, she's prone again, fine.
Oh,
So disappointing in these elites. But, like, I love their stat blocks. They're such cool ones. They are maximum, like, God, what is it? Avenger. You know, the
Yeah.
Aegis of Assault, Sword Snare, Lightning Lure combos.
Oh, you mean
that
Sword
shit.
Mage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Avenger is the eye of advantage to attack you and also fall into acid pits and die.
Oh yeah, that's that one. Yeah, yeah. These are in fact proper sword mages. Sasha.
Sword
Yes,
mage
it's
looks
me.
fun.
Let us move over here, and why not go ahead and use daily and try and mop up these last little 4 over here.
Oh, sweet.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll use soaring bats, which is an area burst 2. Yeah, within. Hold on, let's see. Is that within 10 squares? Yeah, as well within 10 squares. So we're gonna attack everything.
Very
So-
nice.
Let's start.
Start
left.
roughing and clockwise.
Yeah.
Sure.
So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Hit, 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 miss.
That's fine because it leaves a big old area of a zone 2, which grants combat advantage to all of us if there's enemies in it.
All right.
But hey, I
That's,
mean,
that's square action.
yep. But hey, I mean,
Look at the bright. Look at that. You've become a hot pink.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo!
so I think I just killed off 3 of these things.
Yep. Yeah. So the others can as well see these defender auras. Like I've got them on obviously for my sake, but there now you can see that is Savin's hot pink aura now. It was red, but this combination of yellow and purple has hot pinked the fuck out of it.
The rainbow.
That's incredible.
And then I will use my minor action to shift back over here.
So dead, dead, dead. And did the mist do anything? No.
No, the mist doesn't do anything. Wait. Do I still move them? Do I still slide each target even if I miss them?
Yes.
All right, then that one's gonna. I have a feeling Carrie wants them a little bit closer, so let's move them up a square.
Sure.
Perfect for me too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So she stands up. And is going to. Let's see here. I think it will be a good idea to activate the Aegis of Assault.
Oh god, she is a sword mage.
You
Dun, dun, dun.
are marked.
Okay.
Focus
And
defender.
Let's see here. Let's lightning glue you.
Sweet.
Get over here.
Okay.
Get over here. The defenders
it.
are defending at each other.
Oh
A
well.
bolt
It turned out she
Yeah, no,
needed to be
it
in
is-
front of the minion waves, not behind them.
Yeah, apparently. But oh well. Yeah, you just roll terribly, unfortunately. Oh, well, she marked you. Like, yeah, this is a real ass. These are just undead sword mages. They're real cool.
It's pretty neat.
They are, in fact, definitely as fun as they look because their abilities tend to be like lots of teleporty, push pully, like teleport tanking.
They look like boss killers.
Oh yeah, they're not. Sometimes they fail to be boss killers, but they always succeed at being boss pisser offers.
That's what I meant.
Right.
Boss annoyers.
So, we're gonna do an intent laid bare with 2 augment points on this lady once I move action shift up to her.
Yep,
Alright, so let's see if I can manage to hit. Maybe. Whap.
that's it. All right, so
So,
13.
hold on, it's gonna take another 20 total damage.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we are now in telepathic contact. And she,
can you give me an endurance test, please?
sure. Do.
Just get assaulted with her dying thoughts over and over and over.
Yeah, all right. So as you touch her brain, you know exactly what it feels like to drown to death.
Whoa!
However, you do not, in fact, start like choking on the air with a 15. You're all right, but it's probably a horrible sensation.
I'm sure. Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
All right. Grindhouse is going to stare this ruffian down and actually mark it so that it can't just yeet more daggers at the assassin.
There are so many defenders here.
Yep. This is fantastic. No one's allowed to do anything.
I know,
It's
right?
great.
And even though it can't arc to anyone, it just does more damage. Grindhouse is going to try it an arcing smite. 15. Damn, it's not going to do it, is it? No, it's a miss.
Oh,
I think. Yep, unfortunate. Burns an encounter. Does not hit. But they are marked. Menëlaos.
Well, this requires blunt force right to the head. So I'm gonna Divine Fortune, Avenging Flame. That doesn't hit. I'm gonna use my action point to make that hit. Because that's a fucking daily. Does that hit? Should.
does that factor in the +2 of her being prone?
That definitely hits then. She's also on fire, unless it saves out of it somehow.
So that is Divine Fire. Ow. 10. And Burninating. For 5 every turn.
And that is my turn.
Oh,
Unless
no.
someone's a healing word.
Designated Tank in this game is one of my favorites. Although, you know, Warlord's still forever favorite. Tisrena!
Defender is definitely my role of choice.
Okay. I'm gonna psychically assault this one.
You sure you don't want to move first?
No, I seem pretty safe here.
Okay.
Yeah. Who you blasting?
The one to the left. Where's the bus?
Sure. Them being prone does nothing to their will defense.
Nope, that's
Although
probably
that
miss.
doesn't hurt them, unfortunately. Saoirse, you.
Oh,
Do they have a goodwill?
maybe I can smite this poor drowned man. And I will.
Well, huh?
Oh no.
Since they can't be poisoned,
Oh, he was a hanged ruffian, really.
Wachow. And I will
No,
shift.
no, he's just a hung ruffian. He's well hung.
Guess so.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's an ow.
He can hang on my damage.
Sure.
19.
You can knock him prone.
And
you
knock
can
him.
then shift back to your
Yep,
starting
and I will
position.
shift back.
God, that's really cool.
I like it. I do like this.
Tari.
All right.
I think Seeker's early powers, though, are the coolest. Was bouncing arrows around, trapping them, make these like auras of hell.
I will stand up to T-pose over her.
All right. It's a hard T-pose when you're both playing oopsie daisies with each other, but
I'll put it. Anyway, and then Jarring Smash.
sure thing. That's
I don't think 13 does it. No.
Not even a 15?
no.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hung Ruffian is going to stand up. It is marked, so it will commit to slapping Grindhouse instead of trying to eat that assassin. And hits. Oh god, I'm really good at hitting just Grindhouse. Yeah, Grindhouse is already ill, so I have to make those enduring checks again. Drowned Witch stands up. Takes 5
Do you
damage.
need to roll damage from the boy?
No, it's a. Oh no, yeah, you're right. He's not a fucking. I don't know why. I thought it was a hung dude. Ow. So he's get beat like a drum. All right, sorry. Yes. The drowned witch is going to Aegis of Assault to mark Tahru as she stands up, just to trade the marking around, because there's no reason not to, frankly.
Fair.
And then probably just wants you fucking dead as shit. So she's gonna try and sword snare you again.
Almost feel
18,
bad.
I don't hit. Oh my god.
No.
Sasha.
Right, it's me. Sustain
Wait, I
minor.
feel like my turn got skipped. No, I know. I just missed.
You just
Yeah, you
missed.
just
You just missed.
Forgot. My short-term memory is trash.
Missing does feel like that though sometimes. Like shit, when's the last time I played?
Yeah, anyway, sustain minor and let's see. Slow really won't do anything, so let's do a biting swarm on the drowned witch directly beneath me.
Oh. Alright, that's a hit. Ooh,
Nice, I
giving me more
appreciate that.
negatives.
Yep. That's about all I can do. I can't use my minor action to shift anymore because I'm using it to sustain that combat aura. Oh well.
Okay. This drowned witch is gonna probably try that old prone trick on you. So attack against your fortitude. 1d20 plus what?
Oh, no.
Plus 5. 12 versus your
Yes.
will? No.
Wait, against
You
my
are
will?
un-
It doesn't matter, I guess.
4 even, sorry.
Yeah, that is a miss. Constitute AF.
Alright, and then normal attack, which comes up plus 7 instead of plus 9. 14.
No.
No. It's not going well for the witches. Kierwyn, it's your guy.
Alright, first of all, we're going to give my boy Grindhouse some hit points back.
Sure. Shit, what was such?
Must protect Shirk.
Heal house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hell
Shirk
yeah.
Paladin. Shirk getting many hit point. Thump.
And then we're going to do Demoralizing Strike, so if this hits, she'll take -2 AC. Whap.
That's a hit because she's already got -2 AC for being in this cloud of shit.
Hell yeah.
Just the 2 effects stack. Is yours a power negative?
Mine doesn't take away from her gives combat advantage.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I guess that would stack. Holy
Yep.
shit.
Mhm.
Ouch.
Get fucked.
Ouchies. 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 She's just collecting these fucking negatives.
Yeah. Currently, the negatives on her are combat advantage for the allies fighting against her, -2 on her attack rolls, and now a -2 on her AC thanks to Kierwyn.
Yep.
It's pretty stout.
I think she's going to use her Mythal Recovery and try and end all these effects. But she can't end the cloud that she's in, but ending the other two would be probably a good idea. It's just a flat 1d20 to spend a saving throw. She doesn't save out of them. Wham, wham. Mythal Recovery does nothing! And now Grindhouse is going to use a minor action, Divine Strength. Marked last turn even though he missed, because he used Arcane Smite. And let's try and use Holy Strike, which does radiant damage if they're marked. And crits! Revenge for Grindhouse! Because guess what? Grindhouse using a big old great axe, so their crit damage goes from a d12 plus 3 to a d12 plus 18. Radiant damage plus 2 radiant damage. So
Grindhouse.
This guy is fucking
Grinding him up.
deleted.
23 radiant damage, which then becomes 28 radiant damage. You watch this thing get split literally down the middle, head to toe. Crunch, split, crunch.
Yeah.
Overkill.
To show whistle.
Oh, damn it! That feels so much better. Oh, I
Only
think
I
I've
could
got a
be-
fever.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
You show him how it's done, big boy.
All right,
That's
Menëlaos.
Well, second verse, same as the first. Get fucked, bitch. I miss. That's fine. Next turn.
All right, Tisrena.
Okay,
Yes, that's fine.
I'll try and do the exact same thing to give these guys a bit of a hand.
That's fine. Next turn, the 40 story.
Nope, next turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, it's a
That's a
ranged
one.
attack, so
But it's just a will that happens on someone. I'm going to say you get 1 psychic damage yourself as you touch this thing's brain and feel the sensation of drowning. It's not very fun.
Ah, my wrinkles.
It assaults your own wrinkles,
Oh no.
which is why I take medication every day. Sasha.
Aha. Now
These
that there's a
witches are
path open,
nearly dead.
I will join Kierwyn in the witch hunting.
Yeah, it's violent zone. You have CA to attack. She has -2 AC and a -2 to hit.
Woo! Well, in that case, I'll go for the risky one and assume that these guys are also immune to poison because they are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Did.
It's a good stabbo. Burnt as well as all of these other negatives. Oh my
Yes.
god.
And then
I think this
I am-
person is the max easy it can possibly be to hit them until level 5.
I will spend my action point to do it again.
ground pound.
I want to see you miss despite all. No, okay. So even a
Yeah.
14 would usually be a miss if not for the fact that you
Fucking
have
plus
CA of
six.
yeah, even +6 functionally to hit her, and you kill her dead. A +6 really did get you there. It took a lot of teamwork from the group, but you got there.
Party power.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I'll shift back.
All right. I'm gonna use Stalk and Strike.
See them beans. That's a fucking hit.
Shift over here. Shift 2 squares.
Okay. Ouchie. Hitting and shifting is the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Harpoon's dead.
Mobility.
This drowned witch burns at the start of her turn. And Doesn't have any counter powers left. Take that off. And yeah, I guess just try and sword snare you some more. 21. I hit you. Hooray! I did it.
You may,
Woo!
yeah.
10 damage, and you're
I should've just gone into
immobilized.
rage.
You are immobilized. Sasha.
Move. Shoot.
All right.
Next turn.
She's so close to dead.
Hey, guess what? I'm bloodied. Or half-orc thing goes off. I heal.
You get
how
some
much?
temp, don't you? Or is that an actual heal?
Yeah, I do get some temp. You're right. 5 temporary hit points.
Neat. Kierwyn. It looks like the party is wrapping this shit up.
Yeah. I'm going to. I can't make it over there. I'm just gonna.
Knock on wood.
Just gonna come over here and try and heal check on Grindhouse. For whatever's
idea.
fucked up with him.
Got ghoul fever.
All right, yeah, you can see that where he's been bitten, an infection is rapidly developing. The easiest, quick way to heal that is just to cut the flesh away and then do a proper healing.
Yeah, I will tell him to
which you
hold
can do.
still.
Yeah, he'll stay there and let you deal. Let's see here. In fact, he'll probably just do his own incision for you. He gets out, ironically, a fishing knife and is going to cut his own flesh. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you're a paladin. You have in fact got a big to heal check. Yeah, no problem. All right. They take just modifier, I think, so 4 damage. And the infected flesh is removed. Thanks very much, small puppy.
Anytime, Big Shark.
All right, Menëlaos.
Finish this.
No, impossible.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Although the sick irony is technically Menëlaos does finish this unless someone kills Steels because she's going to die without burning. Tisrena,
Kill still.
kill
it.
Steels. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
No.
Oh,
oh.
Saoirse.
do it.
I can't reach.
Do you
Wait,
not have a short
I can
bow? or-
charge.
Yeah, you can charge.
Yeah, you can charge.
I don't have any basic attacks set up.
Yeah, you do none of your assassin at wills count as basic attacks?
Nope,
Oof.
not
Weird.
these ones.
Well,
There's
just fucking
only-
print quick lunge. It's the same thing.
It's your same to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, you use
Yes.
dex for attacks because assassin.
I move and then charge.
Yep. There is, in fact, a really cool build you can do for certain barbarians, and it's the Pinball Barbarian, where you charge and you kill, but a kill refreshes a charge. So
That
if you can
sounds
hit,
stupid. I love it.
so if you can hit just minions, like a wall of minions with it, you can pinball around them.
Hell
I kind of
yeah.
want to do that sometime.
Yeah, which is the fucking dumbest shit.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, you hit it, it die.
Yeah.
Or more correctly, 3 damage does not kill it.
Barbarian.
Slice.
No, 3 damage does not actually kill it. But also, wait, that's your dagger. Roll me
Oh.
a sword. I assume that's what you used, yes.
I used the dagger, but there's also the +8. The extra 8 damage.
Can you? Does that always apply?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
One hit with a one-handed weapon
Okay,
per turn.
that's fine. That is okay.
Doesn't need to be a power.
All right, you kill Steel, and then just for the fuck of it, Tahru, turn ends, so then you just see it burn extra.
I'm about to rage it. Oh,
Aw,
I'm so bad at timing these things.
fire gutters out. Congratulations,
Woo.
combat done.
Turn late on.
Hmm.
Always raging like a turn later than I want to.
We did it.
Yeah.
I'll just go about seeing what they had in these storage things. Maybe there's something useful.
Just examine this body.
Actually, yeah, I wanted to look in here.
But you just think, yeah, he flexes for you if you want to examine his body. Oh, no.
Oh
no.
yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see that, but Also the witch.
I want to look in the water, but I'm not going alone.
Sure. Oh,
Oh, you're healing me. Okay.
what's wrong? You're afraid
Hey.
to go into the water? Don't you worry about it. I'll keep you company. How about you, plump reader?
Me?
No, he walks up to Sasha, who is the calf, and in easy range.
Nah, I'm going in there. Let's find out what they have in here.
All right, suit yourself. Turn again to face Kierwyn. Oh, yeah, you're right. Where are my manners? The name is Grindhouse. And he shall bow.
That's a sick ass name. I'll
That
shout
is.
from.
Ah, thanks. Coincidentally, not for sick-ass reasons, my mother makes sausage.
Ah, no, that's still pretty sick ass.
Yeah, I mean, sausage is delicious.
I see. It's kind of like humans when they name someone Smith or Miller, named after
Pretty
your profession.
much.
Eh, nice.
Not Kierwyn, freaking make us say endurance against your own hardy.
Just,
I mean,
fuck,
chilling.
So that makes the ovaries warm.
just fuck already.
Sorry. Okay. You know.
Well, I am Lady Kierwyn Hornier, and these are my
Oh, that was supposed to be an
compatriots.
endurance check, but it's the same number.
Introduce everyone while I'm pecking over this witch.
Sure. All right. So there is the loot on the witches, and can I get investigation thingies? Let's see here. Perception or thievery to go through these boxes. Thievery has a lower DC because you are literally in a smuggler's den, however sunk it is. Oh my god, with a 25. All right. I will get back to that now. Hot fucking flash.
Go ahead.
Also, Menëlaos similarly barely restrains himself when you announce that your name is Hornier.
Yep. I have to restrain myself by healing myself.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
just-
you investigate this. Check this out. This room isn't just one layer. So there's a floor,
Oh,
and another goddamn floor.
Ooh,
Wow.
Apple.
Getting fancy.
on.
What?
Wow.
No, it's up there. It's over here, Savin.
the house, not the one we're looking at. The
Oh.
one that
Boom. Look at that multi
Oh, yeah,
fucking
look at
floor.
that shit. Oh, that's
analysis.
cool.
That shit's great.
Yeah, I didn't know it's kind of time. That's why I pulled my token up that way so I could see.
that's pretty hype. Now, like if I put my token on one floor of a house and then you move, will my token still be there?
Your token will still be in the same spot, so
Okay.
it's I can't do that much. If I did, I think I would end up ripping you into the Shadow Realm, so that's probably for the best.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no, the token disappeared for me.
No, they climbed underneath Grindhouse.
No,
Oh.
so,
I moved back down into the.
There you go.
Oh,
look, there.
okay.
Look at that. You got so excited. I'm like, no, I can't just void someone by changing floors. Yeah, let's see here. Let's see here. Your Grindhouse will look over to Sasha. What? Who can blame her? Look at me.
You're okay.
He's not humble, but he is hot.
Look, humble is boring. I know I'm incredibly well sculpted.
I can appreciate that attitude.
Let's see here. So, we will first do the loot on the corpses, and Saoirse begins looking around with a thievery check. You actually discover a number of these cases have traps still built into them, but with a thievery check that high, I cannot make any attacks against you with them. Would you like to give me another thievery to see if you can retrieve the traps? If anyone would like to
Sure.
roll to assist you, they have to do so before you finish rolling. So,
Sure, I'll roll to assist you. I can try and do it. I mean, not like
Yeah.
you lose anything. Have a
yeah,
plus
sure, that's
2.
another +2.
20.
All right, a 20. Yeah, you can retrieve a couple of traps, including some of those like real Forgotten Realms games classics. The acid splash traps.
Ooh.
You know the ones that when you have them in your inventory, they look like fucking stim packs, and you're like, "Ooh, that looks." Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
just my acid splash trap. I never fucking use this. But yes, all right. The drowned witches' bodies. Let's go into the bacon ute. Everyone loves that big old rando layer.
Until it gives us
Love it.
nothing.
Until it gives you the option. That was still so wild. All right. They're up to horde
Get
loot.
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Hey, sir.
Oh my god, there's a magic item in here worth 520 gold.
Nice.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Kind of magic item.
Also, I feel really bad because it's the fucking psychic weapon.
Hell yeah!
That might be good. for
It is
stuff.
a psychokinetic weapon. I don't know
Hell
what those
yeah!
What the hell does
Ooh.
that mean?
do. They're in Player's Handbook 3, so I can only assume it's a psionic.
Yep.
PH3 is the house of psionics. What page the
Yep.
fuck is psychokinetic weapon on? If someone could look, it is page 202 while I go through the rest of this.
Here, I'll just grab the link.
I do not have that open right now.
I don't have it on this computer.
I have psionic power, but I gotta open it up.
Oh. Make a range
Oh,
basic attack is
like a
Oh,
boomerang
Okay.
weapon.
it's the fucking weapon of yeeting.
Is it a returning
just-
weapon?
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also, it's a
it
weapon that has-
does.
Does it return as well?
Yes.
Sick.
Weapon turn to your hand to attack. Yeah.
Weapon returns to your hand after the attack.
Any melee weapon. Oh, okay.
Any melee. Ooh, that's kind of scary if anyone has like a base. This fucking attack could be used like a basic attack.
Hello.
Yeah.
Great. More
mean,
weapons for
Probably
you,
not
Savin.
magic, though.
This is the third
The
magic
one-
weapon. Kierwyn
Well-
just drops the old one.
I'm
rest of
sorry.
us
Get still the toys.
The rest
One
of
of
us are
two
all
people can use
starving for
martial
magic
weapons.
weapons.
I feel bad. It is. It
Look,
says that
when
it
we
is a
get to
light,
level
it says
four-
it's a light weapon. So
I
Oh,
can
no, no,
use
no.
that.
Oh, that's terrible.
let's see here. It doesn't have to be martial. No, it is a light weapon.
But-
So we will roll light weapons in a second, but that actually sounds more likely that it's going to end up in an assassin's hand.
I mean, the augment just means it does an extra weapon damage. It's not that big a deal.
I mean, that basically gives you an extra encounter power.
It gives me more than one encounter power. Haha.
I mean, we get this
Fair enough.
anyway at a third level or something.
Well, it depends on what it is, though.
Yeah, I mean, you do need to be proficient in it.
I
And
think
I
I'm
don't
actually proficient in
need
simple
to
melee.
be.
Technically, I'm proficient in all
Actually-
melee weapons.
I'm proficient, unless it's a superior weapon, I'm proficient in it.
Ah, yeah.
Same.
Because I am proficient in all non-superior one-handed weapons.
All right. You find a blessed iron puzzle box worth 125 GP, one pewter staff worth 100 GP, and two cursed longswords. These count as magic but bestow no modifiers to attack or damage. And one psychokinetic weapon that is light. Let's figure out what light weapon it is. I need to go to the right site for that though. The site with everything on it. Which I'm pretty sure is pinned. Yeah,
It is pinned, yeah.
RWS. Weapons. Light. All right. 2, 8, 1, 12.
So by light, you mean a light blade?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okie dokie. Roll me 1d15.
Oh, it could even be a superior. You go ahead, Guardy.
Kapow.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to be a superior though, because superior means it needs an extra like feat to get.
It could be the superior I already have, though.
Oh,
Do
no.
you have a superior?
What are the odds of that?
I think
Pretty
it's a
low.
double sword.
1 in 15.
No, it's
garrote?
not. It is not the double sword. It is a kukri.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a light.
that's not the
or-
one that I have, but it's one that. Oh wait, is that a superior?
it is a superior knight. Yeah.
It is not the superior I have, but I could swap it out.
God, it would have
Next
been real
level.
lame if that had been an 11. You'd have gotten the secondary end of a Kusarigama. So it's like you can only throw the second part of a Kusa.
That would have been funny.
Wait, that would have worked perfectly because the secondary end of the Kusarigama is the one that's not reach.
Oh well.
Oh my god! So you hit them with the reach end of the weapon, and then just yeet the light stab one anyway. They're like, why did she just throw her fucking weapon away?
But no, that would have been not the greatest anyway, because Kusarigama suck.
It would have been, however, quite funny after all of that
It
effort.
would have
Be
been
like, I ditch the
hilarious.
Kusarigama and I give
Yeah.
you a
Then I
psychokinetic
get
Kusarigama that you can in fact double tap at reach with. It's a weird combo.
So
Alright.
what? The superior you have now is a garrote, right?
No, I do have the garrote, but I have the
Punch dagger?
yeah, punch dagger.
A punch dagger is what, like, that would be the worst throwing weapon because you have to unequip it to throw it
Yeah.
because you wear it around your knuckles.
But no, Kukri would also would also work for my like powers because it also counts as a dagger for dagger stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can just swap that out at the next time.
Bendy bitch knife. Saoirse, of course, doesn't hear you because she is busy looting the room with Sasha. You have to wade up to like quite deep water by the time you guys are like far enough into this part here.
I will transform into Shark Man.
Can you charm and change into a large, or do you just change to a medium
I
version
just
of him?
a medium Shark Man.
Sure.
As long as the shark people are humanoids, I guess.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I just change
turn
into a
Swajin.
medium Shark Man.
All right then. You find I always misspell this. The Makahuit.
A what?
It's like the wooden panel sword that's full of spikes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's that Mexican thing that's got like a bunch of obsidian spikes in it to like whack
Yeah.
and slice
Yeah.
people with.
There's also a Hawaiian version. These are shark's teeth, coincidentally, and you can see that there is imagery of sharks on this, and it is covered in shark teeth.
No.
It appears to be a two-handed weapon, whatever it is.
Sure, I'll help.
Let's
Yes.
see.
Yeah,
See
I
if I-
will. I will bring it out to them after we're done searching.
I successfully help.
A solid of bronze and brass, waterproof chest. It is padlocked thrice and heavier than it should be.
Oh boy.
I'll need to bring that on, do that on dry land.
Yeah. Hoist that up under my arm. Flex. He wasn't kidding.
Grindhouse will look curiously at Sasha when she walks out, looking like a small version of him. Hey, when's your red girl turn, I don't know, like a small or sexy version of me?
Yeah, you weren't kidding.
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh,
Chisel.
flex. Nice. It's like a tiny mirror.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Now for everyone's favorite thing, rolling for money, for which Savin is banned because he will roll you 15 gold instead of 240.
All right, time to roll you 2 gold, guys. Tell me what I need to roll.
3D 200. The stakes are so high.
Alright.
Fun.
147 gold.
That's
It's
pretty
better than Savin.
decent.
Absolutely.
15.
They were all under a hundo, but it's not 15 gold.
Yeah.
It's not 15 gold.
They weren't all under 50. Only 2 of them.
All right. Let's see here. And gems and bubbles. Bubbles.
Trinkets and baubles.
Trinkets and bubbles. You also find some old artworks that are unfortunately quite ruined by time.
Aw.
Why did I get a GM roll? Sorry.
I'm just testing something.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. You find 180 golden gems.
It's on my
Nice.
mind.
Nice.
It's there. It's there all in my brain.
Nice.
7 roll.
Oh yeah. As for the gems studding the hand, it looks a lot like what happened to that dude's skull, like the crystalline growths from.
More crystal.
It looks like this guy must have been, smuggling presumably a bunch of these cursed crystals and then got their hand lopped off for their trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So not what I'm searching for.
No, but that does mean that you are looking at a bunch of tainted residium in a jar just stuck in a dude's hand.
We got some more of it.
You only need it to test, Savin. As we know, test rolls are always incredibly high.
Chat
Yeah.
asked me to. I had to.
Yeah, it's just not
Oh,
the
well.
same. It's not the same in a bubble.
Once we're out and dry, can I attempt to maybe pick some of the padlocks on that bronze and brass chest?
There is a high likelihood that they are magically trapped. Like with your thievery rolls in general, like you can definitely see like there is a rune structure on the inside of the padlock. An attempt
these
to
things are
pick it by
nasty.
modern means would probably fuck you up.
We might need something a tad more sophisticated to pop this baby open.
Or we could have Tisrena there try and enchant the locks and make them mundane.
Yeah, I can certainly try that.
It's a possibility. And with an Arcana check. 1 second.
31.
31. I'm gonna look one quick second, look up the actual spelling for Macapeel because I don't want to fuck it up.
Did you want another Arcana check to undo the runes?
Yes, please.
Okey-dokey.
I'll try and assist you.
Sure. I'll also assist.
Yeah, you got +4 there.
Nice.
That's a 26.
Nice.
Here's where I go. Like, I wonder if someone has already put in for the Makahui. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's done the details for that in the past.
You do have that huge spreadsheet of weapons you were looking at
Oh
earlier.
yeah, that wild spreadsheet that's just a shit ton of weapons.
I know there's a similar weapon in here from one of the like setting books that's just like named something different, but I don't remember which one it is.
I feel like I actually do remember coming across that before. Let's see here. This is a level 3 uncommon flesh grinder weapon.
Oh dear.
Flesh grinder weapon.
Yep. You would like to take a peep at that juiciness? It
So
is
it looks
a
like
heavy blade, so it is probably a great sword.
So it looks like Savin's swapping out weapons again.
Or I am.
Ooh,
You
it
just
makes an
crushed-
attack target fortitude and do 1d6 extra damage. Nice.
just crush the
Oh.
beast of darkness with under all the weight of the weapons we've got.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you can change your
Yeah.
weapon from AC to fort instead and
That is
try and do the
pretty
right amount.
awesome.
And it just otherwise has a plus 1d10 crit.
Nice.
Can I take that?
If it, what
It's a
kind of
crit on
weapon?
an orc. Oh god.
What kind of weapon is it again? Sorry.
Great
Is that
sword.
Oh, it's a great sword. All right, hold on. So Kiri used a great sword to begin with, and you're a
Okay.
half-orc, right? The race that has the extra
Oh.
crit, right?
Yeah, that does in fact stack with the flesh grinder.
No, I was gonna say, I have the magic pick that has high crit on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We could make you the crittiest crit orc.
Let's see.
That's right, the crit threshold is higher on the
I-
tooth, isn't it?
I don't see anything that gives me higher crits.
No, you don't get
No, so
higher
you
crits.
deal more crit damage.
Oh yeah, I do more damage. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
that's
pick
what
gives
the,
you a higher crit threshold.
That's what
Yeah.
the pick does. It already does an extra d12 damage when you crit. So basically, every time you crit, you're going to roll an extra 2d12 damage. If you take the pick, or you could have the flesh grinder. Either one, frankly.
Either one is hilariously brutal.
Ooh. I could go either way.
If you take the gray sword, you can have a weapon more like one of your favorite FGL characters. There you go.
But
There you go.
I mean, Kiri started with a great sword, so
She feels more comfortable with a greatsword. I'll take the pick.
all right, let's do that then. So
Tahru can dig right into the enemies.
you're going
Let's
to
see
be
here.
so fucking horrifying with this weapon. So it's the +1 staggering pick from Cole Hearts. It's got a handout.
Okay.
It's actually terrifying.
Right.
Yeah, that is considerable.
Right.
Right, great swords are D10, not a D12, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it had a higher proficiency.
Yep. Does less damage, but hits more often, which is good because all my healing powers proc off hit. Which is why I used it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take the. Let's just add that to my.
So the crit is plus 1d10, and then
Yep.
plus. I like this layout. I like doing the little things with stars.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
One day there'll be a dope bow waiting for you. Don't you worry about it.
I don't believe you, Skow. I don't.
Or a staff.
There you go.
What does this thing look like? What is a Mako?
Quetzalcoatl's weapon. Okay.
Yes.
Did,
Yeah.
did you not understand when I told you that?
I wasn't quite getting it.
But there is a version of that made with shark teeth, which is what you currently have. So it is more like
Quetzalcoatl's fucking chainsword.
yeah. It certainly has like a chainsword on
Oh.
a stick quality to it.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. They are huge. They are big and they are spookly.
So it's just a pointy club. But magic.
Yep. There you go. Again, it is a great sword-sized magical wooden plank that appears to have like shark's teeth stitched into the sides of it. Usually, you would hit someone with these, and the teeth would break off, and then you just put more back in again. A terribly rough thing to get struck by. In this case, it's magic, and it isn't going to.
What
It
if
isn't
they
going to
do
chop
break
teeth.
off, but it just grows new teeth?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like an actual shark.
I like the idea that the flesh grinder is you stabbing them and it literally just does a chainsawing on them.
The blades
Just-
start, the teeth start vibrating.
Yeah, it just does a one quick little just churn at them when it hits. It's a spooky
How
piece of work.
horrifying.
I mean, it is appropriately horrifying. Let us see here. Continued picking over the area, which Grindhouse will like wander around and assist you with. Especially when he mentions there is stuff like literally just under the water and submerged. And then all of you get to see him do the classic, the Jason Momoa like walk back out of the water, toss back hair, dripping wet, shiny body thing.
Sploosh.
Eye candy.
Yeah. And will come out hefting a large crate, which he will then dump into the sand and kick open. To reveal, it looks like parcel packed rations, and he will grimace and just slide that back into the water again. Those are not good.
So now.
Those are quite spoiled. But hey, look at you! You got yourself a real weapon. You carry on the Kierwyn on the back as he wanders past. On your hunt for tools, you do in fact find a set of shipwrights tools. There is also a waterproof captain's chest with navigation tools for travel at sea. So navigation tests used while you have these tools are made with a +2 implement bonus.
I can't imagine that being helpful in the near future.
I won't
No.
deny it's really cool that it's in there.
Definitely not going to be useful for us.
Yeah, definitely not.
I don't like the way you say that. I have a feeling you're trying to make us travel by sea.
I just realized as I said it, like, oh, it really does sound like I'm just setting myself up for Savin's adventure. Oh well.
I really don't want
It's
to travel
fine.
by sea.
We're just gonna find a bunch of psionic great swords and psionic armor when I do my thing. It'll be great.
God, I'd hate for you to do that.
Just loot stuff for your character on the adventure you run us through. That would be so fucked.
It would be so fucked. I'd break that stuff down to Residium.
Yeah, no,
I'd do it.
absolutely. 100%. I would encourage it.
No, don't worry. I have appropriate treasure parceled out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I've already seen the stuff you have set aside by mistake. Well, sort of by mistake. I could see their names, obviously.
Yeah,
does-
you
none of
immediately
them-
copied my
none of them-
formatting.
Yeah. None of them say psionic greatsword anywhere, so I think you're all right.
Until he's named them so you don't actually just see what kind of weapons they are.
I would be impressed if it actually, that last one maybe. I don't know. Could be secretly, but I don't think it is. Yeah, we're honestly gonna end. I'm like faffing out at the moment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
mean, you have a few things to grab through here, but yeah.
Yeah, you can gather a whole
I'm
bunch of
excited.
tools and loot. Unfortunately, there was probably a decent amount of like construction lumber and stuff that is ruined by water rot because the building it was in, like all those supplies are quite heavy and probably contributed to these back supports giving way and submerging these buildings.
Hmm.
But I had questions.
All right, ask away.
So, is it fair to assume that you're a local here?
Sort of local. I come from, well, basically deeper in the lake. There are some inland land masses, and the waters between those two land masses are occupied by, admittedly, very small villages. I'm probably the best geared of the lot myself. And he will gesture at his armor, which is like the Coraline equivalent of full plate. Like he's got these nice, like coral crafted, tight leather things that it looks like it's made up in plate segments. It's probably not as long term as full plate, as aka it takes a bunch of damage and the coral breaks. You have to replace, at least temporarily functional as that much AC.
I mean,
You can see where it's been
cannot-
struck a few times. Yeah, it's like chop and change.
You could not wear actual metal underwater.
Oh
Wouldn't
god, no. No. He's muscular, but it's not a good scene otherwise. So they instead have what is functionally disposable armor. It'll protect them like full plate, once or twice.
Mm.
It's actually really good for them. Holy shit, he's very well equipped.
So I'm sorry, did he say like there's like a village of them down there or something like that?
Lots of very tiny villages, yes.
Is there any better than the local one? Because the local one is absolutely fucked.
We do okay, I suppose. We haven't gotten supplies from, well, gestures at this sorry state for a very long time, and well, essentially recently it looks like the dead have been more than a little bit restless. I'm a paladin of Wayland. Thumps his
Oh.
chest proudly. So of course I went out to deal with it. I had a few hunters, but it didn't turn out too well for them.
I'm sorry for your men, but hopefully this town will be able to begin trading again soon. Just like
Really?
Minotaur.
Not just putting everything on hope. We're making active efforts to restore things around here. We've already cleared out a section of the mine, and most
And
of
the
the
forest?
bandits that we found along the road, things are quite rough.
Huh. I wouldn't know much about anything inland. I don't know. I've never really ventured out further than this tiny port, and even that I was only maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 visits ever.
That's fine.
And I was definitely I was a sprightly little tiny thing back then.
And simply
to
know
imagine
that,
that.
there are movements and measures in place that the village is getting resources to trade once more.
Hey, man.
All right, good to know. I'll warn some of my people for sure so they don't take it as a threat.
I know we're not alone out here. There's someone else doing some good work.
Yeah, glad to hear it. Word of advice, though, we in the villages are pretty much got all of our shit together, but there are definitely some subterranean caves. Admittedly further to the east of here. Do you ever see any with, God, how would I put it? Like ghost flesh sharks?
Ghost flesh.
Yeah. Kill them and drag them above water. Don't let them die in the ocean. They will come back.
I know how to deal with the undead, don't worry. Part of my
Good
job.
to
Oh no, they're
know.
not undead.
Good to know, I
Oh.
suppose.
That's gonna be problematic.
As I say, just make sure when you kill them, you drag them out of the water.
Shit.
That is good to know.
Cremation?
I don't know. I don't think they burn particularly well. Their flesh is too oily. No, not like bland oil. Gesture at like an empty lantern somewhere on the wall here. I mean like I don't know, like jellied eel.
We'll figure something out. Thanks for the warning.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I shouldn't expect to see him here, but if you start clearing places further down the coastline, you might.
Are the other ports somewhat like this, in such disrepair and everything, and undead about?
Honestly, I don't move out much further than my village, so I wouldn't know. There's supposed to be a big one that's stone, where big ships went from one side of the lake to the other, but that thing's been abandoned a lot longer than this little place ever was.
Not
Ooh.
surprising. That seems to be a way of things. Everything that was actually good and going in that village seems to have just gone down to now is just the little shittiest things left.
Damn right. While I'm here as well, anyone interested in a bit of fun?
I'll pass. You're not my type.
Oh, that's a shame. Who is your type? Maybe I'll bring you a little friend.
Curvy, feminine, that sort of thing.
Nah, most of my harm tends to be tall and strong.
Your harem.
Of course. Look at me.
Well, you do look like the alpha type, I admit.
Befitting of a paladin of his stature.
Damn right.
Stature indeed.
Contain yourself.
Why, we're finished here, and he's offering.
Absolutely. I can safely say that the building I burst out the wall off is still at least mostly together. Nice little roof. I'll happily take turns on you all.
Actually, that brings another question. What were you doing in the building?
Waiting for the corpses to move out of the way again. If I tried to
The
cross to the
hanging
water before... Yeah, those ones. If I tried to cross to the water before they moved again, I'd probably get pincered by the freaky witch things that killed my hunters.
Fuck. God damn, this place is more shaped than I thought.
Yeah. It's not good. They ate them all. I'm glad I didn't bring my betas, but that's because they're, quite pregnant.
Yeah, not really for fighting.
Nah.
Right, I'll finish consecrating the bodies. You guys do whatever you want to do.
Yes. We're gonna try and get into that chest.
Yes, well, good luck. I think it's about time for some Paladin on Paladin sparring.
All right.
I don't see the name of it, but whatever. It's you, I suppose.
I see Tisrena eyeing this shirk up as well.
Got work to do, 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 do me. I mean, work to do.
You can help me with the corpses until they finish the first round.
I'll make sure you'll wash off afterwards. If I would appreciate that.
Any help
and
would be
then-
appreciated.
yeah, he'll probably just escort you up to this building while the others collect bodies. And hey, why don't you give me an athletics or an endurance?
Sure. Oh no, neither of those are great. How about intimidate to assert dominance?
Really? All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
She
yeah.
wants to cow the shark.
No, she don't want to cow the shark. She just wants to give as good as she gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go for it.
Come on, 16. We can do better than that. We can do better than that.
You gotta use your
No,
action point to be...
okay.
Did
100%. No, that's better. That's better.
Yes.
100% beta mode. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, you get your face fucked. Absolutely immediately.
Her mother felt the same way
Yep.
when Kellen
This
downed
is
her.
exactly what I want.
Confusingly.
He finds out that you have holy water tits as well, and is going to enjoy those to their fullest until you are quite empty.
No.
Moo. Let's see here. You have completely submitted. I wonder if I should make you roll for
I mean, I
Roll that con
I would
check.
say no if it was anything but a 1, but at this point. But
Yeah,
she would not be able to stop him if he wanted to just say no to rubbers.
I didn't roll entirely as high as I could. No, by round 2, he's a little bit too knackered to take you for round 3, as instead going to charge up for the moo. Instead, you get to sit there on a big shark's lap and feel someone go soft on your belly.
Nice.
Tahru should totally smash Menëlaos.
Clear of that.
Was that Sips?
I'm not entering there.
No?
Oh,
You don't have to go in, but she is going to make a flirt at you.
Maybe a day where there are less corpses around there.
Yeah, it sounds good.
You know, all these dead people, kind of a turn off.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that the buzz would help, but the place,
Not enough. You need to be even more
not
hammered,
enough.
huh?
You know? Oh, but it helps. It certainly helps.
Ironically, it's keeping you from throwing up.
Oh no, I can't throw up at the sight of this anymore. I've seen too many corpses on the way here. Well, no, the first
Yeah,
time
fair.
I emptied Talos my entire lunch for the day.
Mm. Maybe later, though?
We can certainly work something out later.
Good.
My place is yours.
I think you got furniture in your place, right?
Yes, I do. I had to do a little bit of pilfering around the neighborhood, but I don't think the previous owners are gonna mind, as they seem to be quite absent / dead.
My place doesn't have much stuff in it, so your place it is.
Sounds like a deal then. My God. No, I know I already got the buzz, but I did snatch away one of those goblin moonshines.
Ooh.
Normally, this is not a drink for lesser men, but you get that green skin blood in you. You're probably gonna take it like a champ. What do you say?
Oh, very much so. That sounds lovely.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah.
That's the best way to distract yourself from all the grim derpness.
Yep. At some point,
Yeah.
Tisrena, a large shark comes out and picks up the moo. And takes back into the room and makes sure to, whilst having a vigorous time at you from behind, to make a mess on poor Kierwyn. Use you as a hose.
Well, damn, that was a sight.
What's going on there?
Oh yeah, and the side of the building still collapsed. So
Yeah, I can
Oops.
see it all.
You guys can probably, in fact, I mean, the angle is probably more like that, so you can just mostly see like a pounding man ass.
Hmm.
Like you
I mean,
got
Tahru's-
you got that porn POV. That's always just like the camera is just a dude's nutsack. Like, oh come on, where's everything else?
I mean, that said, I don't think either of us is not into dudes, so.
Ah. So yeah,
Distract, but still kind of makes you think. People were
Mm.
smuggling residium, the fucking super cursed residium, out of here,
Yeah.
and undead keep showing up. There's a greater force at play here.
Yeah. The mysteries just keep coming.
God, I feel like this is all gonna come back to the manor. Local
I don't
officials
doubt it.
might have found out that there's residium and wanted to keep it on the down low, or only sell it to their own buddies.
Yep.
Seeing as it isn't ordinary residium, it's super cursed residium. Probably got a hit on their own stuff, and then everything started going downhill.
That's definitely a theory.
Yeah, it's definitely a theory. Oh well, we'll sort things out eventually. We're pretty strong as it is, right?
Yep. Just gotta keep clearing out stuff, get the town going.
Worst case scenario, the squirrels come back and assail the town.
That's why I wanted to. That's why I want to set up defenses.
God,
Squirrels and the goblins, and possibly the zombies over here.
we got some
Don't know
more
if they'll
people.
venture out that far, but
Speaking of defenses, now wooden palisades probably take too much, but we can work with some basic stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
anti-cavalry spikes.
Yeah.
Maybe have a wagon or two we can move in to make an impromptu roadblock in case a large force comes through the town.
could probably get a pitfall going.
Yeah. I get.
Pitfall
You're
would work
speaking
great
like
for a shitty goblin or a slow zombie.
Which is, it will certainly be better than nothing. Goblins
Yeah.
come. So we need to make sure everyone is armed.
Yeah.
Weapons around here are in a poor fucking condition.
Yeah. Well, we got a blacksmith. She just needs materials.
Well, let's sort out the wood for now. We can start extracting
Yep.
some lumber. And we just need to
Yep.
get some more manpower.
Correct.
Oh god, this all this logistical stuff is just flying over my head. I'm a priest. This is certainly not my domain.
I tell you, I'm just here to build walls, fight some dudes.
Good honest work, right?
Yep.
It's kinda sad. Good honest work. Puts food on your table, but literally puts coin in your pocket.
Right.
Well, at least you can sleep a little easier with yourself at night.
know it.
What am I talking about? This is we just attained a great victory. This is not the kind of line of thought that should be going down on.
It's hard to, with the town and the state it's in. It's no wonder, but yeah, this is a good victory right here.
Yep,
Just
and a great
pile of
opportunity to
bodies.
start sampling the local wines. No, not wines. The local spirits. Time to
Yeah, definitely not
indulge
wines. They're
in the goblin moonshine, so I distract myself from the horrificness that is in front of me. Said, don't stare at the corpses.
Mm.
Bottoms up.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's just in time for EXP, I think.
Are we not going to do the chest thing?
Oh, right. You discharged the chest locks, yes?
Mhm.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
Here,
Aha.
roll.
That's a
Have you done some
26.
A 26. All right, excellent. Let's see here. So, as you disenchant the first chest lock, who's around when you're doing it?
I am,
I am as well because
and they were
me.
assisting.
Yeah, I assisted, so it'll probably be sometime after we're done with
Alright, okay.
Grindhouse.
So Grindhouse is like stood here, probably watching and just enjoying the admittedly weakening sunlight on himself as you all look over this box, and you disenchant the first lock. There are a few grains of residium that fall into your palm as the lock disengages, and then it explodes.
Nice.
So
like the entire
starting
chest?
the lock does.
Oh.
Leaving a great big scorch mark across the chest and the floor and all of you as I make an attack against each of your reflexes in turn from top to bottom.
Oh god.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see,
I
26
think
will hit
that's
me, yeah.
everybody's reflex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was the 18 against me?
Yep.
Yeah, your reflex.
Nope.
Ooh, nice.
I love the fact that you haven't fixed
I could
that.
have dodged Tisrena's hit, but no.
Everyone takes 25 damage.
What?
Ow.
Ow.
Oh wait, ha! Fire resistance, bitch.
That was unpleasant.
So what? 15?
13.
Oh,
There's a 7. Very nice.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not there.
Do
Well,
I take
apparently-
any on a save?
Ouch.
Oh, you take you take half damage on a miss, so it's 10. Actually, wait, no, you only take the d6, so that's 3 fire damage. You
Well-
let's say.
Apparently, that wasn't a smart way of going.
Oh, is everyone okay?
What
More or
the
less
hell you
A
scorched.
guys-
little bit shook up, but
Grindhouse is like blinking stars out of his eyes.
even more excited about what's in this chest.
Well, that's just the first log. There's still 2 more. We can't do that again, really. That's probably a really bad idea.
Well,
Yeah,
just wait a few
you
minutes.
probably shouldn't open the exploding box.
Also, maybe if we do that, whatever's inside might get exploded.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that too. Now, come here. Don't fucking die on me. Not to a box.
It's fine. We're out of combat. We can use surges.
Sure.
I
Although
know,
if you have encounters that do a surge with extra health, there is no point
Yeah.
not just giving them free health.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure that
true.
heals me to full.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
I'll throw this on, and I guess Sasha probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Surge plus 5.
So let's see. Surge plus 5. My surge is 7, so that's plus 12.
Healing
Yeah,
word
that
so
was
it's
because
16 plus 10, 26 healing. So yeah, that was exactly enough to refill me to full.
Nice.
That's really unfortunate. I have to use 2 surges to get the full.
Yeah. It was a big boom. I don't know. Do you I I'm gonna admit our village sages are not good enough at magic to be any help.
I just need to find the keys for it.
Uh,
Perhaps the Witch of the Woods might be able to help. Or the keys.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I would say find keys. That's the easiest way to open a lock. But I don't
But
know.
we only
What's your
need
Witch of
2
the Woods
keys
like?
now.
She looking for a big, handsome. Actually, wait, is she old and wrinkly?
No, she's young, but she seems like the man-hating type.
It's always such a shame when they're overtly sapphic.
Hmm.
But I know fancy words too.
Brains and brawn. And that's a combo.
Oh, like only some brains, admittedly. It mostly goes entirely into charisma.
Well, there's no sign of anyone having keys around here. Perhaps they're either out on a boat somewhere in the lake, or else at that stone port castle you mentioned.
Entirely possible. That's certainly used to be the biggest place, but as I say, I've never gone up there myself. That probably seemed a lot in the line of suicidal.
They're probably just about anywhere. Just have to be on the lookout for them, really.
Huh. The most likely place that we can reach at the moment, unless a boat happens to just wash ashore for us, would be the castle. So perhaps we should poke our nose in there next time.
Why do you think they're so set in the castle?
Well, if there's anything of value to be had, it would have been stored or secured by the castle. And
It would have been
Kierwyn.
stored in the manor.
Well, that perhaps, but we have no access to the manor at present. So best to explore the options we do have, just like we can't go looking around under the water for a sunken ship that has the key.
Huh. I could ask around, see if anyone's seen any sunken ships and keys. Heck, if you happen to have a little bit of cash, I'm sure I can acquire some breathing apparatus for you. A couple potions, some chewables that'll last a few hours.
Oh, you have those down here as well. Good. It might be useful
Course.
indeed.
If you have well, again, it hasn't happened for a really, really long time, but if you make a land beta and you want them to become a sea beta, you have to keep feeding them over and over again that stuff until they develop the ability to do it all the time. Although then they lose the ability to go above air, so they generally have to be pretty sure.
I guess that explains why Mother never stayed below forever.
He shrugs. It happens. But
Sure.
yeah, if we turn up anything, I don't know, leave you a message here in the village or something.
Great.
Sounds good.
Don't lose heart, and don't explode yourselves. Until then, it would be a terrible, terrible shame.
Try not to.
Well, take care. As should you.
Indeed. And he'll give scruffles and head pats to the duo who had themselves a good old-fashioned romp with he Hants himself before he probably steps away from the village's main waters before sinking into, like, probably doesn't want to enter right here at the docks where it's just like grunge and grime and corpses were around there a bit ago.
He just walks back in like Godzilla. I love him. He's great.
More friend.
He's absolutely great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a beacon of fucking hope amidst the sea of shitness and darkness.
Oh
Look,
yeah,
we're not the
It's-
only ones
it
feeling
is
this.
misery and terrifying monsters all the way down otherwise. But Grindhouse and a couple of villages are pretty reasonable. But
Thank
there are
fucking
also
God you
apparently
exist.
far worse washing out there with ghostly skin that don't die in the water.
That's spooky.
Yikes.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. My dearest, did you explore a new location?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say so.
Yes.
Obtain a new magic item or treasure hoard?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Defeat a solo? No.
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 Expand or improve Torchlight?
We opened the docks.
No.
Yes. We
The docks are
opened the-
open, but there's literally no one to utilize them. I don't think that's
Yeah.
I suppose.
We haven't actually gotten anything from them yet.
You've made it possible to get to the water's edge without dying, but no one in Torchlight's going to make this journey for a long while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. That's something new and interesting about the Dark family or the Wishgrant.
I would have
Learned
confirmation
how
of
they
handling
were
Zitium.
smuggling the Residium out.
Uh,
Those
Confirmed.
boats.
So, Scout, the Dark family, like, was it like the primary like leaders of all the Torchlight and like the church and everything like that, right?
Yeah, the Dark family is like multiple generations of the entire domain, from moors to forest, mines to docks, all of it.
Then the Dark family has ties in with the Dark Pantheon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the Dark family and the Dark Pantheon are in fact related in some fashion.
Nice.
I will give you that. So that is 3 EXP.
Nice.
Got it.
Might
Still
be able to
quite a
get
ways
level
off
3
from
after
it.
next session.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. It will be properly leveled.
believe.
That'd be, let's see, what, we're at 17?
Nice.
17.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll actually be properly leveled for saving the venture after next week.
Hell yeah.
And don't worry about which area or zone you're doing next, because a random city event will be occurring next session.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Quote unquote
God.
random.
Ooh.
Just a random, completely random, spontaneous city event. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. 1 second while I just roll this dice and then I
Stop in the
turn. Oh,
road.
actually, I did roll 20. Never mind. I was going to say, and then flip it onto a crit. No, I rolled a crit. It's happening anyway. That's fate. I'm sorry. I can't deny it. I failed my own spoofing joke. I just rolled whatever.
Too good.
Moving on.
Fantastic.
That's it. End of session.
All
I'm
right.
gonna put
All
more
right. Well,
coffee
if
in
you're
me.
watching on YouTube or Twitch, thanks for
99.
tuning in. We will see you on Sunday for the other Skow&D. Till then, peace out.